And I'm going to go to the knowledge base. And right here in the knowledge base, if I go to new members, and then I go to get started with the Builderall tools, that takes me to this page. And we are remaking this video for you, so you have a really good video about the dashboard and what all's in the dashboard, because that's kind of changed a lot since the launch. And then down here, there's a button that's called Builderall Tools PDF. If you click that and open it, this is what's going to open for you. It's just a whole list of tools in Builderall. It describes what that tool does, and then you've got an area where you can take notes. And this is, to me, really important because a lot of you guys don't even know some of the tools that we have. So this lists all of them, and then you can put notes in there of why you're interested in a certain tool, or what you saw in it that got you excited, or maybe you saw a strategy that you can use with that tool. So this is an area, the notes area, for you to take those notes so you can figure out where you want to start in Builderall. Because I don't think there's any way humanly possible to master every single one of these tools. It's just a lot of tools, especially if you're new. I'm fortunate because I've been here 3 years. So, but even being here 3 years, I've not mastered all of these tools yet. We've got some new ones that I got some work to do to get mastery in there. So what I suggest is you find through this list about 2 or 3 tools that tickle your tummy, and you're like, ooh, those are great tools. I want to learn more on how to build websites with the Cheetah website builder. Or I want to learn how to do chatbots inside the chatbot builder. So you identify those areas and then focus in on 2 or 3 tools and master those. And I'll tell you why I want you to do that later when we go through the funnel club and through the web agency. There's a method to my madness. There really is. So access that sheet, print it out, and start making your notes so you can figure out what you want to really focus on when you're working inside of Builderall. So now let's go ahead and talk about the tools, including the new Cheetah funnel builder. This one's actually, to me, the biggest game changer that we have inside of Builderall, and that is a funnel builder. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I ask a question? Okay, sure. One question. The training of the Fab 5 is only going to be in English, or maybe in the future in another language?
We're talking about in the future that it is going to be in another language. Right now, we're just really focusing on English and mastering the setup for that. And then once we kind of get that rocking and rolling without a lot of manipulation, then we'll start looking at doing it in other languages as well.
I have a question about the sheet you just had up. Can you, under e-commerce, it talked about Magento, but can you bounce Magento versus WooCommerce versus the e-commerce connected to Super Checkout?
Yeah, I did put that in e-commerce as Magento. Let me show you why I did that, because I've got it in the exact order of our tools. So if you go to apps, under the builder section, I followed this exact list. And then under email marketing, I followed that exact list. So it's exactly the same as what the menu items are, exactly. And when we talk about e-commerce, we talk about Magento, and Magento is a standalone product. When you talk about WooCommerce, that's actually inside of WordPress. When you talk about our e-commerce system, that's actually inside of the Cheetah builder. So they're not separate items that you can pull out. Does that make sense?
Yeah, just if I'm looking at that list, it's too bad that it doesn't reference the others, but okay.
And I may be able to go into more detail. So I can say, you know, inside of WordPress, we have an e-commerce solution called WooCommerce. And then inside of the Cheetah area, go inside of Cheetah, we have the e-commerce solution, the Super Checkout. So I can definitely edit those to kind of put those in so that people can find them. Okay. Thanks. Sure, you're welcome. Anything to make that better for you guys to use. I actually have another change that I'm making to that sheet, but it's not quite ready yet. And that is that if you want to do like an email list, if you want to create an email list, then it tells you the exact tools you need to learn to do that exact thing. So a change is coming to that soon as I get all that done. It's almost done and almost ready to get out to you guys. So let's talk about the Cheetah funnel builder.
Delly, can I hit your one real quick question?
Yeah, please
actually,
go ahead.
Actually, too, because weeks ago or maybe a month ago or something, when Eric first started talking about this, he talked about 2 things that were coming that I don't see. One was a mobile first builder, and the other was a pixel perfect banner.
Yes, you're right. Those are two things that we talked about that are not quite there yet.
Oh, they're still coming?
Yeah, they're still coming.
Okay, that's fine. Great. That's what I need.
They're
Thank
not
you.
quite ready, but they are coming. And I promise to skywrite it when we get them
Okay, thank you.
because they're big.
Shelley, the chat and the chat bot, the ones in the funnels, how do you download them and then upload them? Can you show us how to do
I will
that?
absolutely show you how to do that. When I get to that funnel area, I'm going to show you all of the different sections of funnels that we have, including the chatbots. And I'm going to show you exactly how you download those and then add those into the chatbot area. Okay. So don't let me forget and don't let me leave that behind. All right.
Shelley, one quick question before you, because you were on that tool. Where was it again that we, I know it's in knowledge base, but where do we go in now? Is it under the list of tools?
Let me show you real quick. So you go into
I missed that.
new members, and then get started with Builderall tools.
Got it.
And then it's the first button after that first video.
Got it. That's where the list is?
Yes.
Oh, PDF.
Yeah.
Got it. Thank you very much.
Like a PDF.
You're welcome very much. All right. So let's see if we can go into the Cheetah Funnel Builder. Again, guys, this is a game changer. This is one that you want to tell your mother about, your father about. My mother has passed away. She passed away about 5 years ago. I'm thinking about raising her from the dead so that I can tell her about this alone because she will be absolutely amazed, right? She will be thrilled. In fact, I think my mom would convert to creating funnels because it's that amazing. So let me click inside here and we'll take a look at the Cheetah Funnel Builder because it is amazing what it can do. So did I click the right thing? Yes. So I'm going to click on add a funnel. You can see that I've got a few already. So I click add a funnel and I'm going to call this Tuesday night training. And then I can pick a theme right here. So I'm going to just pick the business funnel that works well. You'll have to play with these themes to get a look at the themes. So what I would do is actually create one of each one and get a good look at what they actually look like. Okay. So I'm going to click business funnel and then I'm going to go to create funnel. And now I'm inside of the funnel builder. And the first thing it tells me is to click that button and start the funnel. So I'm going to click start the funnel. And that brings me the most important piece of this funnel builder, which is all of the elements that I can start with. So I can start with adding pages to my funnel builder. There's also pre-made blueprints that are already done for you and ready to go. And the value right here, you guys, the value in just this area is absolutely incredible. It's got the lead capture funnel ready to go. It's got the reverse squeeze funnel ready to go, lead magnet funnel, bridge funnel, magazine funnel, and then lots and lots of other funnels. And if you guys have gotten the Russell Brunson Funnel Hackers Cookbook, you're going to see that most of those funnels are in here. Most of those standard funnels are in here. They're already made for you and ready to go. That is absolutely incredible. There's no more having to go through the funnel cookbook and go, what page am I supposed to add there? Is that, wait, do I do the opt-in page first and then that? You don't have to do that. It's already created for you. I think that's incredibly valuable. And then not only that, these funnels are done to the point where you can actually, without even creating the website, you can do trainings on each one of those funnels. So pull those funnels into the Cheetah Funnel Builder, learn all about that funnel, and then do a training on that funnel. That is a course waiting to happen. It really is. And you could just sell the course explaining how those funnels work. Absolutely incredible, you guys. So those are pre-made blueprints and they're in categories. So if I want a blueprint for lead capture, I just click lead capture and there they are. If I want to see a blueprint for webinar, then I click that one and there they are. So these are fabulous, you guys, just fabulous tools to get you started with building pre-made funnels. And then we've got an area that's images. And these are images that you can grab and add into your funnel to explain, like, I've got traffic coming in from Facebook, I've got traffic coming in from Instagram, I got traffic coming in from LinkedIn. So those images are here just to further round out your funnel to kind of explain what's happening beyond just the pages and the checkout and the opt-in form and stuff like that. So another great tool to just enhance that blueprint. So when you do sit down with a client and you're building their website, everything's on that blueprint to explain what's happening, okay? So I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna go ahead and grab one of these pre-made ones. We'll do a simple one. I'll do lead capture. So let's do lead capture and I'll just do a lead capture funnel. So I'm gonna click the plus button and I want you to notice it dropped everything in there for me. So I could have done this individually, page by page, and added these in, but I grabbed a pre-made funnel and it dropped it all in there for me. So now all I have to do is actually go to this page and right click, and it's going to open up a dialog box for me on all the things that I can do with that page. So on this page, I can actually rename the page. So I'm just going to say opt-in page instead of squeeze page. And I can designate this as my home page so that when I connect a domain and somebody types in that domain, this is the first page that will show. I can also preview the page on the theme. So if I click preview, this is what it's showing me. So let's see if it'll load. There we go. So this is what this page is looking like right now based on the theme that I chose. So I can actually just kind of get an idea of what that theme looks like. If I don't like that theme, I can choose a different one. So I think it's great what power you have here, but then we've got some more things we can do. So you can click pop-up, and right here you can add a pop-up to this page. So you can set it so that the pop-up is added right here on the screen. Then you can also do split test. Split testing or A/B testing is actually really important when you're running a website, especially an opt-in page, because you want to see what opt-in page works the best. So you can create 2 different pages, and it will split the traffic between those 2 pages, and then it will report to you which page is performing the best. And that way you can really laser target your traffic to the page that's working the best. So that's the value of a split test. And then you've got tags. This is what we were talking about with the demo funnel about tags. You can actually add your tags right here while you're on that page. So you can add a tag right to that page inside the funnel builder. And then once you get that page set up the way you want it, you go to your form and right click the form. And then here's everything you can do with the form. So you edit the name of the form. You can create a new list if you want to. You can load a list that already exists. And then once you load a list, let me see if we can pull some lists up here. We'll load a list, and then let's see, Romaine Training 2 is good. So now the list is actually loaded. There we go. And here are the URLs. So pending registration. So where do you want to send them to when they're waiting for their email to confirm? And then sign up confirmation. Where do you want to send them to once they click confirm in their email? And then unsubscribe link. So if they click unsubscribe in their email, where do you want to send them to if they do click that? And then you've got the campaigns. So these are the email campaigns that are connected to that particular list. So you can load your campaigns, and you can load your sequence that exists already that's connected to that email list, or you can create some new campaigns, which is absolutely fabulous. So I'm going to click those right there. And now you can see that it's loaded those emails that I already created. And right here, once it loads them, I can kind of organize them a little bit so they look exactly how I want them to look, just like this. And everything's connected, right? So now I can actually go to this email and right click, click on it. And now I've got the ability to actually start editing those emails and doing stuff with those emails. So absolutely incredible what we can do, guys. And it's amazing what we are capable of doing. So here we are, we've pulled in the opt-in page. We've got the form. With the form, we've been able to pull in all the emails that already exist, but we can also pull in new emails to go with that subscriber list. Let me move these bad boys over here, just like this.
Should the form link to the email sequence?
Yeah, you can do that. Just like that. And then there's the email confirmation page and the thank you page, right? So if you want to start editing those, you click on them and then right click, and that pulls up all the same items that you had with your opt-in page. And now you can configure what you want to happen on your confirm email page and on your thank you page. So that's what all is involved with this. It's very, very easy. Let's say that you want to add a new page in there. Just wherever you think you want to add the page, you click on it and click plus. And that will bring up that magical area again. So you can start accessing all the different either pages or blueprints or images and pull them in. You can also add a member area and restrict the member area. So you've got that button as well. So lots and lots and lots of functionality. And it's going to be an incredible experience, I'm sure, for you guys to not only learn how to use this, but master building those funnels. And then once you kind of get it the way you want to build it, you can take a screenshot of it. And then you can actually use that for your own reference. You can use it to go over it with a client to say, here's what we're planning for your website. So lots of things that you can do. But once you get that funnel exactly the way you want it with everything in it, the magic is actually where you click generate site. So once you click that generate site button, it's going to take everything you've built and actually create the entire website for you. Then the only real thing that you have to go in and do after that is design. So you're going to have to work with design to make sure the colors are exactly what you want, the images and the backgrounds and all that. And then you're going to have to do content. So those are two things that you do once you click that generate site button. Everything else, the structure of the website is there. So all you got to do is make it pretty and put your content in there. And honestly, with the templates, it's already trying to help you with making it pretty because the design is already there. So you can pick pre-made designs for these pages so that when you do create the website, there's actually not a whole lot of design work that you have to do if you like that template. So let me stop sharing for a minute and see if you have any questions about the Cheetah funnel builder.
Yes, I have one.
Okay, fire away. I can't see who it is.
When you do a pop-up on your page and you put it to the mobile, it doesn't pop up. So I have to take it out and put an extra page so you see it on the mobile. How do you get around that?
You may have to set it for mobile as well. There's actually a setting where you go in manually with the pop-up, and you want that pop-up to work for your desktop and mobile. So you have
And mobile, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I find it hard because sometimes you're thinking, oh, pop-up, it's really quick. You click it and gone. But when you go to the mobile, okay, where's the pop-up? Where's the pop-up? It's not coming up.
So you'll just have to go into the settings and set that pop-up so it not only triggers for desktop, but it also triggers for mobile if you want it to trigger for mobile as well.
I haven't found that. That's something I haven't found.
That's in that manual area. If I get it to and show you, okay?
Okay.
Any other questions about the Cheetah funnel?
Yes, I have one.
Oh, sorry. Let me get, hold on just a second, Rocco. Let me get Greg.
Yes.
And then I'll get Rocco, and then I'll get Stacy. Go ahead, Greg.
I have a site that I've been working on. It's kind of partly done. And then when they talked about releasing the funnel builder, I kind of stopped on it. Would it be smarter to just scrap it and start from the beginning?
Yeah,
Okay.
I definitely rebuild it in the funnel builder because you're going to get the experience to build it, and then you're going to be able to see the whole thing before you actually build it. And there's something to be, there's a satisfaction in building that blueprint.
Can I bring the pages over into the funnel builder that are already done?
You can. You can't bring them in the funnel builder, but if you go in manually to the website and then add that page in, because we do have the ability to add that in manually, and then you go back into the funnel builder and synchronize, it will pull that page into the funnel builder.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. I think Rocco is next. Rocco?
Yeah, yes, thank you. With Canvas, I can to do the screenshot about the funnel. Here is the same.
So you cannot shot. Is that right, Rocco? Rocco, you're not able to do a screenshot?
Yeah, I think that's what he was saying, Shelley.
So if you cannot do a screenshot, if the screenshot button's not working for you, Macs and PCs both have screen capturing software that's native to the computer. So I can tell you that the one for the PC is actually called a Snipping Tool. And let me see if I can share my screen and I'll show it to you. So let me move you guys out.
And when you're done, Shelley, I can tell you the Mac one when you're done. I can tell them what the Mac, how to do it on a Mac.
Awesome, awesome. So if you can see all the way down here on my toolbar menu at the bottom, I have this on my taskbar because I use the screen capture so much, but this is called the Snipping Tool. This is the PC version. And all I do is click it and then I click new. And then I just outline what I want to outline. And when I let go, it's captured that. And then I can right click and copy or right click and save. I can actually draw on it. So if I go like this right here, and now I can right click and copy and save. So this has a lot of functionality. So you can, even if you can't get that screenshot software to work right inside the funnel builder, you've always got that native snipping tool that's either in Mac or on PC. And Stacy, what's the name of it on the Mac?
Well, it's not a name, and somebody just put it in the chat. It's Command Shift F5. I mean, Command Shift 5. So you hit Command Shift and 5 at the same time, and it does exactly what you just showed. Basically, it pops up a window and you click it. In advance, you can set your options as to where you want it to save. So when the first time it comes up, the first time you use it, you can go down and tell it where you want to save that. And one of the cool things I really like about on the Mac is when you first take the screenshot, it's down in the right corner of your screen. If you click on it before it goes away, you can actually pick it up and you can annotate it. So then if you want to take that screenshot and put a name, as a matter of fact, I'm doing a mock site. Myself and my team were working on a mock site from last night. And we did that. We did the whole funnel and I did not see the screenshot. So we took our own screenshot and then I took it and annotated it with the name for the person who I want to show that we're doing this mock site that we want to be able to build a site for. So it's great.
Awesome.
So
Click markup on that bottom right-hand corner. If you right click, the choice markup lets you do the kind of drawing also that you just illustrated.
Awesome. That's great. And both of those are native. So you've got it on the Mac and you've got it on the PC. So you got to just find it and you'll be able to screenshot no matter what. And I do screenshots about 6 or 7 million times a day. So, yeah, so that one's on my taskbar and definitely available. So I had Greg, Rocco.
Yeah,
Stacey,
Shelly, real quick, TechSmith has a new Jing that's free for both Mac and Windows.
Great.
And does screenshot and video.
Yes.
And by TechSmith, and it's a replacement for Jing because they did away with Jing a while ago, but the new one's out.
Awesome. Fabulous. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, it's only for remember the funnel because in Canva, I had the white. The white.
I'm not sure. Sorry, I'm sorry, Rocco. I didn't quite understand all of that.
Yes, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay. All right. If you're stuck, definitely let me know because I want to help you. I think Stacy was next, and then I'll get to Tyree.
you said Greg, and just by the way, Tyree's had his hand up as well. But what I wanted to ask you about was, so when we did this mock site last night, I did notice there was a little glitch, or maybe I'm not doing it correct, or my expectation is not correct. But basically, when you can go back and you can click a theme. The theme that I clicked, it brought it on one page, but it didn't do it on all the other pages. That's the first thing. And the other thing too, I hope you'll do tonight is, there's 3 ways that you can access the funnel builder. One being on the left-hand side when you're inside, and it's a little different each way, or right in Cheetah itself and the way you just did it to start it. So that's something I think it would be worth explaining, those ways and why you do one versus the other. But yeah, but the theme, I'm a little concerned about being able to pull the theme into all the pages. That didn't work for me last night.
Yeah, they're working on the themes. I actually gave that message to the developers. So they're working on fixing that issue.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Tyree, go ahead.
Good evening, Shelly.
Wait, before you get started, how's my Nipsey girl doing?
Oh, she's back to normal. She's so much better.
Good.
She's doing great. And thanks for asking. She means a lot to me. Number one, I hadn't been down for a while, so I'm behind. I'm gonna have questions. Some of these I may have to message you, okay? But I see this now. So does this mean we really won't need Canva?
You won't need Canvas anymore because that's connected to Pixel Perfect. So you want to go into the Cheetah funnel builder so that you can make sure that you're building for Cheetah. And it's better than Canvas. It's way better than Canvas. We've got more features. We've got that split testing. There's so much in there that is connected that we didn't really have with Canvas. So it's better, and it's going to be putting you working inside of Cheetah, which is better.
Well, ever since the launch, I made sure I was on the launch Friday. Then I got a chance to be on the one Monday.
Awesome.
It gave me a chance to catch up with some things that we have. So a lot of things that you had said before I got sick, I saw those things, and I want to rearrange my dashboard. That's why I was asking about Canva. And when we were doing the boot camps, I did get the book that you had recommended. Yeah.
That's great.
And the other thing, the snipping tool, I use that. Also, I don't know, but it's a feature that on our keyboard print screen.
Yes.
I use that now, and what it does, it'll just show it like a link, or either I can open up a Google Doc and put that on there and then download it if I want a complete screenshot of it. Also with print screen, if I do a print screen, I can go straight like to Facebook, anything, and just post right there and show the whole screen like a link.
That's very true, and that's right on your keyboard as well. You guys, that's kind of, I consider that old school, but old school, you got that print screen right on your keyboard. And if you find it, it's either you push it or you have to do like a function and then push it. You have to look at what your keyboard says because each keyboard is different. But find that on your keyboard, and what that does is it does a complete screenshot of your whatever's on your screen, everything, and then it has it copied so that all you have to do is jump into any program and paste, and it will paste that image into a Facebook post, into a Word document, wherever you want to paste it. So you print screen, it looks like nothing happens, but it's actually copied your entire screen, and then you can paste it anywhere you want.
That's right. You don't have the whole print screen and that control button anymore. I mean, that
Right.
Windows button. And so,
Right. Exactly.
and I learned that from you, Shelley, when we had our boot camps.
Awesome. Woohoo! Yay! Good job. I love it. All right. Any more questions? Oh, sorry, Vita.
So everything that you've done from the boot camps is now changed with all these new tools and updates.
Yep, absolutely. So we'll have more trainings coming out. In our Fab 5, we're going to be working hard to get you guys some updated trainings, and there's a lot happening behind the scenes. And the motto behind the scenes for our staff is no sleep, Builderall.
So true, so true.
Guys, yeah, Spartacus, yes. All right. Any other questions about the funnel builder? Tatiana, go ahead.
Okay, different question. About the funnel builder, I have read also the book that the other man showed, the cook. In that book is also say about the high ticket and also the PLF or the product launch formula. Are these type of funnel is going to be in the future in the funnel builder? Because
yes, that's part of that. That's part of that incredible funnel club. So when you get into that funnel club, they're going to be adding more funnels, more templates, more things to Cheetah, more things to that funnel builder. So get ready because we're just getting started getting those templates out to you. So we got a lot more coming.
Okay, another question. I have seen the funnel for the Fab 5. I'd say that there is a training in models, but like we are all or antique user, how we can access to that models. I know that there is the 5 groups. I am part of the 5 groups, but in the same group is going to be like model 1, model 2, or is in another part? So we have to pay again for that?
No,
we can access that?
That's a really good question, Tatiana. They've done some incredible training that's actually in the e-course. And what we want to do is kind of gauge how many new students are going to be coming through that funnel before we release their course to everybody in Builderall. So give us a little bit of time to kind of figure out how many people. And here's why, because when people go through one of the Fab 5 funnels to purchase Builderall, they not only get access to that e-course, but they get to sign up for a one-on-one with one of our Fab 5. That's huge. So what we want to do is first see how big that's going to be. Are they going to do just 5 of those? Are they going to do 50 of those? You know, how many are they going to end up doing? And we don't want to overwhelm them at the very beginning. So we kind of want to gauge it in the first 30 days to see how it's going. And then we'll open up that course to be able to allow all users all the premium members, I think it'll be probably all members, that will get to attend the course and actually take the course. Now, will you be able to take the one-on-one? No, because that's just for the new people that are going through the funnel. Yeah.
I assume that the one-on-one is only for the new ones, but I asked for the training, like a knowledge that we can have.
It's coming, and get ready because it is flinging awesome.
Okay. Another thing about the screenshot in the Mac, there is a free application that it comes by default in the Mac. You only put in the part of application or app, and you put a screen capture, and it shows if you want only a part or complete image, or also if you want to do it like a video.
Awesome.
Yes, it's the same tool. So later you define when to save it. So it's a free application that comes already with the Mac. So, but not many people know. So if they are Mac user there, so only go to the application or F4, and in all the tools free, there is one that it's a screen capture.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that.
Okay.
I love that. That's so great. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Right, any other questions about the Cheetah funnel?
Nope. No, that's it about the high ticket funnel and the PLF, because it is very good movement now about the PLF.
Right. That's exactly right. You are so correct. I can't wait to see all the new stuff that they're going to be adding. We're talking about they're going to be adding funnels like every week. So just get ready. You think you guys have your minds blown now. They're going to be blown really bad later. All right, let's look at the next thing that we're going to see. That is the Design Studio. This is actually a really, really cool feature that we've added. And I'm excited about this because as a funnel builder and as a website builder, you always worry about the images that you're using. Are there copyright issues, royalty issues, and stuff like that? So Builderall has actually taken that away and said, we're just going to give you a bunch of resources, and they are our resources that we made for you. So you have copyright, you have no royalties that you have to pay to use these because you're a part of Builderall. So let's take a look at that one real quick and take a look at where that's at. So if I click in here and I go to apps, and then I think it's in design, and go all the way down here to design resource. If I click that, that's going to open up that design resource. And now I have access to literally hundreds of elements that I can use on my website. So if I want to see this particular first pack, I just click see more, and that will show me what that pack looks like. These are just buy now buttons, all different styles, all different colors. And if you like what you see, you just click the download button, and that downloads all of those images in a zip file, and then you just unpack that zip file, and you've got all those images that you can use for your website. If I go back and take a look at the other packages, here's some elements. So if I just click see more, all elements that they've created, and if I like that pack, I just click download, and I can access that pack. We've got badges, so I'm looking at the badges. These are great, and I love these styles right here. They're so cool. But absolutely fabulous badges. And if you like what you see, just click download, and then you can use them on your funnels. So fabulous resources. You don't have to worry about copyright issues, royalty issues. They are beautiful. And I also love the background stuff that they have. So they have the gradient, the colors, and then images as well. This is probably my favorite ones. If I click see more, if I scroll down, look at all these beautiful backgrounds that they've got for you that are pre-made. And then just remember that these make it easier for you to get started building whatever kind of website that you're going to build, so you don't have to work so hard to try to find those perfect images. You've got tons of images that are already.
I don't know what that means, but you should stop being so goddamn inconsiderate, because I'm fed up with the bullshit.
Your microphone is on.
I got it. I muted it. Thank you. So hopefully that will help you guys to get started in building. And then, you know, hopefully that's the color scheme that you want. It just kind of takes away that worry of whether you have the right images for your website.
Can those images be manipulated? Like the picture of the woman in purple, can that be shifted to the center or the left side of that panel?
You'll have to take it into a graphics program like GIMP. GIMP would be a really good one to take that into. Photoshop, if you like to use Photoshop. But yes, these are yours to be able to pull into your website, and you can manipulate them if you want to, and use them as a starter to be able to create a different graphic just by using, you know, part of the image or all of the image that you add to. With a lot of these, you're going to have to do that, because like just this one right here with the food on it, you can add some text right there or something like that. So you're going to have to manipulate a lot of the background type stuff. Okay. So that's the Design Studio. Let me see if you guys have any specific questions about the design resource. Frankie, go ahead.
One quick question concerning the logo for Builderall. Do you have a transparent logo, or where we can, you know, use that for instead of having the white background?
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's one on that resource board. So let me share my screen, and we'll go over here. Let me go into affiliates.
And Shelley, while you're going there, I have to say the gradient pack is amazing.
Right here, yeah, in the branding kit, you guys, if you click branding kit, that's going to take you to a page that has all kinds of resources. And if you scroll down, right here are the logos. And I think there's a white background one in there, Frankie, and a transparent one. Let's click and see for sure. So there's the Google Drive. Yep. Transparent, transparent, transparent.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank
That's
you.
a great resource to be able to grab those logos for sure. Any other questions about the design resource?
Yeah, I do have a question. In fact, it's about, I feel like there's a lack of diversity into the type of design, especially when we're designing website, we want to probably, you know, tailor to a particular audience.
Mm-hmm.
And we feel like the design is really limited to maybe, and I'm sorry to say, maybe to the Caucasian family. So if you want to kind of tailor to a specific audience, you have to kind of redo it yourself. So I thought maybe for in the future, if there could be a little bit of mix, that could give us some options depending on the audience that we're targeting. It's just a point I wanted to.
I think it's a good point, but for me, unfortunately, I'm definitely Caucasian. In fact, I'm the most Caucasian you'll probably find. I'm scary Caucasian, but so it's hard for me to look at it and see that there's a lack of diversity, because to me, it's fabulous, the resources that we've got. But let me qualify that by saying I use a fabulous resource that if I can't find the resource in that design resource area, I know I'll find it here, and that is on pngtree.com. So write that down, pngtree.com. And that is full of resources, and you can pay a lifetime fee and you get every resource in there. And I don't remember what the lifetime fee is because I've had it for quite a while, but that is a fabulous resource. Now, if you are seeing that there's a lack of diversity in the design, then I would suggest that you submit some designs so we can see what it is that you're looking for. Because, you know, designers, a lot of times they're going to be in a specific space, and it's hard for them to see outside of that space unless you help them see it. So Charlie, what I would suggest is if you really want to help create some diversity in there to hit our African-American clients, or to hit some other clients that we're not reaching their level of what they need for graphics, submit something to us so we see what we can build for you to kind of help you build. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Thank you, Shelley.
You're so welcome. We definitely want you to have the resources that you need, but sometimes we get stuck in our own method that we can't see outside of that unless you help us see it. So I actually look really forward to what you're going to submit to us, Charlie, so we can see how we can help you to provide some of that diversity and do better, because we always like to do better at Builderall.
Shelley?
Let me get Curtis right quick, and then I'll get you Greg, okay? Go ahead, Curtis.
I messed with my settings today. Can you hear me today?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Just a quick comment or question. I don't know which it is, but when I went to the download page for the resources and I clicked the download button, it took me to a Google Drive. It didn't actually download them in a zip file. And then I could select which one I wanted.
When you get to that Google Drive, there should be a download button. In fact, let me show you. Let me show you exactly how I do it. I like it better as a zip file. And I think I'm going to ask them to create a zip file for us, because to me that's better. But let me take you back to that resource. So design resource. I think I said zip file because that's how I do it, but see more and then download. There's all the images, right? And then if I go over here, and I think it is settings, maybe. No. Here. No. Or I think I can just do Control All, maybe.
I just copied them all into my Google Drive, right in a separate folder.
I think it's the 3 dots, Shelley, that you might be looking for.
That's download if I've got something highlighted, but
okay.
There's a way to download all of them at the same time if you want all of them. So I just click the first one, and then I go down, hold the shift button and click the last one, And now I can click download and it will download all of them for me.
Okay. Shelly, can I just share a thought with you? I heard you say that you might tell them to make it zip files. And I hear you and I see the value of that for people who want to download them all and then I guess upload them back to their Builderall account. However, I think that if you make it a zip file, then we have to download it all to our computer. And I think I like this option where you can see what you want and download it. But it would be nice if we had an option. So if you had something, you went to something that said zip, download all of them, or go to Drive and you can get it from there.
So what I'm hearing is you like both options. You like to go to Drive.
I like options.
What if,
option, girl.
what if they were to put a folder along with each of those images, a zip file folder that comes to the Google Drive, and then it's just available.
Oh, right there in the Drive. That's a good idea.
That's a good idea.
Great idea.
Let me tackle that, you guys, and we'll see if we can't make it happen, because that's what I'm good at, is making things happen. So yeah, we'll see if we can tackle that.
But sometime if you back up on the Google Drive, you get the folder, so you can download the whole folder.
That's right. Yeah, you can make a copy to your own Google folder. There's a lot of different ways you can do it. So what we want to do, you guys, and this is this is one of the things that I do with Builderall, is I try to make things easier for you guys. So streamline that process and make sure that you have it as easy as possible so you can focus on building rather than trying to figure things out whether they're working or not. So I will do my best to help you out with that. Janice, oh my gosh, Janice, you're here. How are you?
I'm bloody brilliant, lady.
Well, that's just bloody fantastic.
I just walked back into my office with my cup of coffee. I missed a little place where you said when we have ideas and we want to put that forward, i.e. being an author, I have found it difficult. I had to find books and images and all of that outside. So where would I go and who do I direct my comment to somebody to put that sort of images into the system?
Definitely contact support and let them know, because they're going to get it and forward it to our developers and our designers. So when you send an image, or when you send an idea, just say, please forward this. And if it's an image thing, then you want to forward it to designers. If it's a funnel thing, you want to forward it to the developers. Or sorry, if it's a software thing, you want to forward it to the developers. So just say, please forward this to the designers and let them know that we're interested in having a design like this added to our design resource or something like that. So that they know exactly what it is, why you're sending it, or else they're going to look at it and go, is this a problem? I don't know how to fix the problem. They're just sending me a picture, right? They're pretty in tune to fixing problems. So you explain it, tell them what you're wanting, and then say, I need this to go to the designers. And then if you want to say, Shelly said, you can do that too.
Blessings, lovely. Thank you.
You're so welcome. All right. Any other questions about the design resource? I see Kenneth. Kenneth is flagging me down there. What you got, Kenneth?
Actually, it's not about the design resource. I just wanted to ask you a quick question about the Funnel Club. I'm an ancient premium member. I assume I'd get access to that?
You should. Yes. Congratulations.
Well, thank you.
That is the benefit of being a seasoned premium member.
Yes. Best money I've ever spent. And you are teaching well as always, Shelley. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Shelley,
Greg, I think I've skipped over you like 52 times.
That's
so
okay.
It's officially your turn.
Just real quick, I just wanted to let you know that you talked about pngtree.com.
Yes.
They've got an up to 80% off sale on their premium. So
so go get it now, you guys, if you want something like that.
Pass that on.
Yeah, pngtree.com is fabulous. Fabulous graphics, backgrounds, anything you can imagine that is just a little graphics you can use to beef up your website. So if you can afford it, for sure, put that in your wheelhouse. And I did the lifetime, and it was very much worth it. Very much.
If anybody has an affiliate link, drop it in the chat.
I don't know.
You have one, Shelley?
I don't know if there's an affiliate program with that.
I'm affiliate friendly.
I know, and I appreciate that, Stacey. I really do. I thank you so much. Curtis, go ahead.
Another place for a resource for mockups is Placeit, Placeit.
Fabulous. I'll be looking that one up myself.
Yeah, all sorts of different mockups.
Fabulous.
That.com?
Yeah. Placeit.com.
Thank you, Kurt.
Thank you very much. That's why we love these Tuesday night trainings. You guys are freaking awesome. All right, you guys, let's talk about the next item on our list, which is the video hosting. That's actually been there for a while, but I think it's kind of one of those hidden things that a lot of people didn't know about. So I wanted to cover it really quick with you guys so you got to at least see it. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and we'll go in here and go to apps. And then in design, I'm going to go to video hosting. So when I click that, it opens up my video hosting area. And then right here is where I can start adding my videos. So all I do is click add new video. And I'm going to say my video name is Shelly's Awesome Video. And then I'm going to click to upload it. And then I just find the video that I'm looking for. So let me see if I can find a quick one. Maybe this one right here. And there you go. Hang on just a second. I'm hearing someone. Let me flip over. Y'all be patient with me for a second while I figure out who is not muted. There we go. There. All right. I flip back. All right, so I've uploaded my video. Once the video is uploaded, I just click OK. And now that video is actually ready for me to use, and I can use it on my Builderall Cheetah website. And to do that, all I need to do is click where it says embed code. And then right here, I've got some tools that I can use. So I can toggle whether I want it to autoplay or not. I can toggle if I want to show a countdown, like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then I can toggle if I want to allow the person to see the controls so they can go forward, backward, or stop, or whatever. Normally I toggle this off, and I don't like autoplay very much, and autoplay won't work on mobile anyway. So most of the time what I leave is the show controls. And then you've got two options from there. You've got the option to take just the straight direct link, or you've got the option to get the embed code. Either one will work in the iframe. So in the iframe itself on Cheetah, you'll take the direct link and put it in the inline field. The embed code you'll put into the, I think it's the code field. So whichever one you want to use, it works with either one. And it's the way that you can put that video on Cheetah. And that way you don't have to worry about putting it on YouTube and people accessing, you know, after your video is done on YouTube, it gives them suggestions on what else they can watch. If you don't want that to happen, or you don't want to pay for the protection services in Vimeo, you can actually just use this and upload your videos right on your account. Now, remember, this is a really important thing to remember, that these videos count towards your 10 gigabytes. So just remember that you are taking up space for that 10 gigabytes to be able to put your videos on there. And to give you an idea, a 2-hour video would be about 2 gigabytes. So if you're doing a bunch of really long videos, it's going to eat up that 10 gigabytes. The good thing is that you'll be able to buy more space if you want to, but this option is here. Also, if you do short videos, like 5-minute videos, 10-minute videos, it's not going to eat up your space as bad. But honestly, I've been creating websites with Builderall for 3 years, and I think that the total space I've used up, even with some videos that I've connected, has been only about 5 gigabytes. If I went hardcore on uploading videos, it would take a lot more space, but I don't go hardcore, so it's all good. But if you've got 1 course, 2 courses, 3 courses, and it's not hours and hours and hours of videos, you can actually upload them and use the video manager to do that, okay? So are there questions about the video hosting tool?
That's probably why I'm not using it, because I have all of them sitting on, because they all go to my courses. So, and I've got a lot of course, learning courses. So if I've got all those like 38 videos with each course, it would eat it up.
Yeah, there you go. So for in your case, you probably wouldn't want to use it because it would make sense to eat up all of that 10 gigabytes of space that you have with Builderall with that premium account, right? Tyree, go ahead.
I was trying to find I have a site that I got from my wife where if a person wants to use a video, like if they want to put it on YouTube and don't want to suggest the videos, they can take the YouTube video, or either the YouTube video they upload to YouTube, put it in that site. It'll generate a link, and then they can put it on their site. There won't be any suggested videos, but it will be the video that's played from YouTube. I'll find that real quick and put it in.
Yeah, there's a code that you can add, but
YouTube got hip to that code. And so they still do suggestions. They just suggest for your channel instead of other people's videos. But there is a code that you can put on there to only have your video suggested instead of like other channels' videos. But I don't think that there's an active code that you can use right now to remove that completely.
No, what I'm saying, it's a site that teachers use. If they don't want suggested videos, they take the link from YouTube after they upload it, and they put it in that site, and it generates a link for them, so no videos come after that, just that
cool.
video.
Good, that's great. You need to put that in the resources, yeah.
Yes,
I'll be right back, I'll get it.
Okay.
Shelley, I also noticed that if you put the video on replay in our site, it won't show any videos at the end because it just cycles back.
And that's true. If you loop it, yes.
Yeah, if you loop
you're
it.
exactly right. If you loop it, it'll play through and then it'll go boop all the way to the back and play through and all the way back and play through. Yeah, looping will actually prevent it from showing those shared videos as well. Let me get Chip and then Cindy.
I'm looking at the video funnel creator, and it looks like the only options are YouTube or upload from computer. And it would be great if one could upload from the Builderall video resources.
Yeah, I'm sure that's coming. I'm sure that's on the list. They just haven't had the time to put that in there yet. Yeah, okay. It's coming.
Thanks.
Sure. Cindy?
Two things. One is more of a tip, I guess, because of condensing space. When you only have 10 and you are using a ton of videos, you can actually utilize YouTube to upload under the private label and then download them, and it actually will compress them into a smaller file for you that you can then use on Builderall to eliminate all that suggested stuff too. Also, a question for you in regards to using a video that is on Builderall. When you're in editing, how can you make it stop playing?
I don't even know yet.
Okay, because I mean, we all love Chris, but when I go into the site and he's on autoplay, and it's just like I'm trying to edit something, and it's like every.
Yeah, I just
can't
turn
make
off.
it stop. I don't know.
I go in and turn off autoplay while I'm working, and then go back in and turn it on after I'm done.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess because it comes from him, I don't have that option. So, all right, I'll continue to mute him. Thank you. No, seriously, just if you're really trying to save space and doing that, because I have a couple of people that I have put the video on Builderall for them, and they just love how it looks and how there's no distractions. And I did it on a magazine, and it's amazing because it keeps people on the magazine.
Right.
So
absolutely. And I love that tip of uploading it to YouTube as private and then downloading it to compress it. That's a really good tip, because then you can take it and upload it to the video manager and you compress that file really well. So great tip. Great. I can't say it right. Apparently I need an app. Great tip, Cindy. All right.
Yeah, I put that link in the chat.
Tyree, go ahead, and then I'll get Steve.
I put that link in the chat. It was safeyoutube.net, but they've changed the link, but it's still the same site. So it's video.link. I'll put it in the chat.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. I'm going to copy that bad boy and put it on my list of goodies.
It works very good. And when the video is through playing, it stops right there. No other video pops up, no suggested videos or anything.
Fantastic. That's really good. Thank you for sharing, for sure. That's a good one. Who was I going to get after Tyree? I saw somebody doing that. Oh, Steve, my brother from another mother.
How you going, Shelley? Hey, in the Builderall hosting, when I've got about 20 videos in there now, but when you click on the edit button, sometimes all I want to do is see, I can't remember what I put there, and it doesn't show you a thumbnail or anything of the video you've uploaded.
Yeah, it's a little tricky there, isn't it?
Yeah, so I was just wondering, because I thought it was the preview button, but that's only the preview of the countdown theme. I was just wondering if you had a preview so you can have a look at the video you put there.
I'm going to put that in my notes, Steve, because that's a really good idea. So for the devs, preview for video manager. All right, it's in there. They're going to find that suggestion later tonight. It's a good one.
Excellent. Thank you.
All right, any other questions about the video hosting manager? Okay, that's a fantastic one. And the next one we're going to talk about is the Funnel Club. The Funnel Club itself, this is a great one, you guys. To me, there's so much power in this, and man, I can't, at this point, my brain cannot comprehend that you present Builderall to someone and they look at everything, including the funnel club, and they go, nah, what? Yeah, it doesn't even make no sense. So it's incredible the value inside the funnel club. So I really want you guys to see what value that we have in there. So I'm going to go into the funnel club and I'm going to blow your mind. Here we go. Are you ready? Let me go into share screen and we'll go in here. And all I'm going to do is go, I'm in the affiliate area and I'm going to go over here to the funnel club. And the first place I'm going to go is the Builderall Premium Funnels. We're going to take a look at that real quick. So if I click that button, here are my premium funnels. I'm going to move you guys over to the side here. And so I've got the Builderall Home, and this is the place that if you click this one and take a look at it, I believe this is maybe the free one. Let me take a look, make sure. So click down, access it all for free. So that funnel, you're going to be able to use as an affiliate to give away Builderall for free. Scroll down. This is a funnel that you're going to promote the funnel club. See right there where it says funnel club? Then the next one, funnel club. The next one, this is the webinar for Builderall 4.0. So they can go through here and we're adding that video that we did on Monday. That was yesterday. Gosh, my day is kind of went. But they're going to add that there. So you can actually use that link and send people to that webinar and they can watch it and then sign up. Same thing with the launch. They'll actually get sent here and they can, I don't know if the funnels or the webinars on there, but you can definitely preview and check that out. Another Builderall 4.0 launch that leads them to the premium plan. Another one that's the Builderall 4.0 launch that takes them to the $1 plan. And then the home page that leads them to the premium plan. Another page that leads them to the $1 plan. So you guys get the idea, right? All of these are funnels that you can use as an affiliate to promote Builderall. That's the main idea behind the funnel club for the Builderall premium funnels. You are promoting Builderall as an affiliate and you're going to get them to sign up for either the free account, the $1 or the $69.90 or the funnel club, correct? There is a hidden gem in here and I want you guys to look at this. So there's a little trickeration. I need you to watch everything or else I'm going to lose you. So I'm going to scroll down here where it says Builderall Home with Builder Plan. So we have a $29.90 plan, right? That's between the free and between the $69.90. And it is so super secret that you may not know about it. But I am going to share that secret with you because that's just the kind of gal I am. So I'm going to show you how to get to it. So when you get here, you're going to click copy and you're going to copy that link. And I want everybody to do this tonight before you go to sleep. Okay. So you're going to copy that link and then we're just going to jump over here and I'm going to paste that link in here. So here we are. We're taking a look at it. This is the website. Once it pulls up, it's really slow. All right. So if I scroll down, you're going to see access it for free now. That's not $29.99. That's free. Or that's not $29.90. That's free. So you don't click this button. Don't click this button. Scroll up to the top. And right here where it says plans, this is the only page that has this link that has the plan for the $29.90. You won't see it on any other plan page. It's only on this page. So when you click the plans, it's going to take you to the $29.90 plan and only the $29.90 plan. Now, don't ever give out the link to this funnel. It's ridiculous because if they actually click the button that's in there, it takes them to sign up for free and then it promotes the premium plan. You don't want them to do that. What I want you to do is actually get this link to this page. So I'm going to drop it into chat. So let me stop sharing. I'm going to drop it into chat. And I need you, everyone here, to save that link. Okay. Save that link. There it is. Save that link. And what you're going to do is if you want to promote this $29.90 plan, take that link and go cookie it. Then share the link. Everybody know how to cookie? Some people say yes, some people say no. I'm going to blow your mind again. Let's go cookie. I'm so excited. I love cooking things. So here we go. I'm going to go to share. And right here in all of these funnels at the very top, we've got some magic buttons right here. I'm going to go where it says link generator, and I'm going to click that down arrow, and I'm going to choose redirect link. And then that link that I just gave you, I'm going to paste it in there, and then I'm going to click send. And what it does is it creates 2 links for me, one long one and one short one. This is the I want you to share, either the long one, when it doesn't, the long one's ugly, so promote the short one because you'll love me better. But all you do is click on it to copy it and hide this somewhere where you can get to it fast. And when people click on this link, it's going to take them to that $29.90 page. And then when they click buy now, because they're cookied to you, they'll end up signing up under you. Okay, let me look at your eyeballs to make sure you got that. Everybody got that? All right, so that's that super secret plan that you can't get to unless you create this crazy button on top that's nowhere else but on that page. Don't even do that. That's a messy way to do it. Just save that link I gave you, go through your redirect on your dashboard so it can cookie it to you. And then if you want to share that $29.90 plan, give them that redirect link that will cookie them to you. So if they do join, they'll be under you. Okay? All right,
Shelly?
I've got, yeah, go ahead, Stacy.
Okay, so I get how you showed us how to do it, but I'm missing the point of this. So I would assume it's just like any other link that's your affiliate link. You give it to someone so they can buy it and it goes under you. So that's normal. We understand that. But why would I want someone to do the $29? Why wouldn't I want them to do the $69? And I saw the difference. I understand it's 5 gigs.
Don't ever give, don't ever give it out if you don't want to sell that plan. But there are some people in different countries that $29.90 is a lot of money. So they have that median plan to be able to kind of save some money. They don't get as many tools as they don't get as many benefits. But countries like India, man, the rupee to dollar ratio is horrid. So that's a great plan for people to start with in India so they can start making money and then hopefully eventually upgrade to premium. But the reality is that this is to help them, but it's so super secret that I don't think they'll ever find it. So I wanted to share that with you guys and let you see that and where it's at. So if you do find a reason to share it, you absolutely can. You have that option. But the reality is, guys, I would definitely promote premium over the $29.90. Because you, for $30 versus $60, well, $70, $30 versus $70, for just 40 bucks more, you're getting the whole shebango. So for me, I would never even mention the $29.90, but there are some people that will want that in their arsenal of tools. Okay. Cindy, go ahead.
Question for you on making it the redirect link. In my experience so far with using them, they seem to be a second or two slower to open. And I know we are all about Cheetah fast. Is that typical or is that me?
It is typical because it's a redirect of a redirect of a redirect. So that's why there's that delay.
Is there any way to make that faster?
Nope, because if you think about it, you've got to have those parameters to drop that cookie and to remember who you are. So it's actually hitting a place that it grabs some information, and then it hits another place where it grabs another piece of information, and then it hits that final place where it says, okay, if they click that button, here's the information you need to give them credit.
Okay, and then talking about the funnel club, does everybody here know that we're selling the funnel club for $69 this month?
Cindy, stop. I was going to get to that in a minute.
Oh my God. I can't believe you didn't
ruining my
with that. How did you not open with that?
I know. I wanted to say that as like a bonus piece of information. But yeah, Cindy's right. This is so exciting, you guys. Right now, and Tyree's losing his mind. Anyway, the funnel club normally sells for $199 and then $99 per month after that, $99.90. But for the month of October, you can get it for $69.90 for the first month and then $69.90 after that for only the month of October. And let me tell you another piece of information that Cindy, you may not know. Are you ready? Oh my gosh. Anyone that upgrades to the premium plan in October, the premium plan, because they're the same price, we're just going to upgrade them to the funnel club as well. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So go get them. The only one that this doesn't work for is the $1 premium members. So they have to come in at either $69.90 right off the bat, or they have to choose the funnel club. either of those, premium right off the bat or funnel club right off the bat, but either one of those two, they'll be automatically upgraded to the funnel club. Plus the funnel club itself is going to be $69.90 for that first month, and then $69.90 after that forever. That is incredible. Tyree, go ahead.
I'm glad you said that, and I'm glad you showed us the $29.90. My question is, will that $29 plan still be available after October, or will that go away also?
As far as I know, yes. I don't think they have any plans to get rid of it, but it is kind of that super secret plan that only affiliates can sell. Builderall is not even offering it. There's no way that you'll find it on just the regular Builderall pages. You guys are the only ones that have access to it and have the ability to sell it.
Well, I'm glad you showed that, because I have some people in the Philippines that I was communicating with since I've been back up. And like you said, in some countries, that's a lot of money. So that would be a very good opportunity for them to start with. I do thank you for that.
You are so welcome. So let's talk a little bit more about the funnel club, you guys, because there's still a lot of stuff that I actually want to show you. So let's jump in and take a little bit more of a look. So I'm going to share my screen, and I'll go over here to the funnel club. And so we looked at the Builderall premium funnels. These are for affiliates to promote, to bring in people for Builderall. The next one is the niche funnels. Oh my gosh, I love these things. This is craziness right here. So the niche funnels, these funnels are designed so that affiliates can give away these funnels to these niche areas. And so I can give a dentist this funnel, and the dentist can then use this funnel to start getting leads. They can kind of it's a done for you website. I give it to them. They sign up for a free Builderall account. They get this free funnel, and they can kind of set it up to start collecting leads for themselves. They're going to fall in love with it, of course, like everybody falls in love with Builderall. They're going to go, this is incredible, so I want more, so I'm going to go ahead and sign up for a premium account. That's the goal. And we have lots of those. So if you have dentist friends, give them a website. If you have photographer friends, give them a website. If you've got real estate friends, give them a website, right? We can give away, everybody gets a website, right? They get to log into their account. They get access to this website. It will pop in for them when they join through these funnels. And they will have the ability to edit them if they want to and start collecting leads. So it's a fabulous, fabulous resource to start getting you some leads so that eventually they'll upgrade. So this is for affiliates that want to give away free websites and free Builderall accounts in the hopes that they will eventually want to upgrade and use some of the other tools in Builderall. Okay, so that's what these are for.
I get texts periodically from real estate agents asking me, do I want to sell my apartment?
So now you need to respond.
I'm like, yeah, for $1 million.
So now, so
you know, if I wanted to sell it, it'd be on the market. You wouldn't have to be texting me.
Well, you just go back, you just reverse that marketing engine and go right back to them, Davida, and say, I don't want to sell my apartment, but I'd love to give you a website for free.
Yeah.
Right? You can do that now. So check all those. There's a bunch of them, you guys. These are absolutely fabulous. These niche funnels are a beautiful thing. And honestly, you should be able to give away these beautiful websites like every single day. Like find these people, give them away, get them into Builderall, and they will love it so much they will upgrade. So that's the goal of this website, is you're giving away a free account, a free website. Once they see it, once they fall in love with it, they'll upgrade. And of course, you'll have an influence in that too, right? Be like, do you like your website? Of course you do. If you want more, upgrade, right? You're the leader, get them to upgrade and see the beauty of Builderall. So that's the niche marketing funnels. Then we've got the lead capture funnels. So let's jump into them. These are designed for you, not as an affiliate, but as a Builderall user. So this is not an affiliate funnel. This is a Builderall user funnel. You can take these and download them and set up these websites so you can give away the lead magnet funnels in exchange for, lead magnets in exchange for people's emails. So if you've not done this yet, you need to jump in there and do all of these lead magnet funnels, pull them in, activate them, and start sending traffic to them now to start building your email list. And you've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 22 of them. So 22 websites you need to pull in today before you go to sleep tonight. No sleep for you. pull them in, activate them, start sending traffic so you can start getting leads to your email list. This is fabulous, you guys, absolutely fabulous. So again, these are not affiliate funnels. These are member funnels, user funnels that you can use to build your own email list. And Builderall will never see the people that sign up because this is your list. Okay, so that's the beauty behind the lead capture funnels. So I'm going to look in your eyeballs for a minute because I want to share another thing with you. If you don't know what to sell, what am I going to do with Builderall? How can I make money with Builderall? You have 22 lead magnet funnels you can sell right now. Seriously, 22 lead magnet funnels that you can sell. And you put them for a price and you say you can have this for $50, $100, whatever you want to put on it. And then you can have a note that says, do you want me to show you how you can get this for free? Upgrade to a premium member, a funnel club, sorry, upgrade to a funnel club member in Builderall, and I will give you 22 of these for free. What? You can do that. Cindy, go ahead.
$3 each at that rate. If that's all you're using is that 22, they're $3 each. Just saying.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah, but don't they also have the downloads to them? They each have a PDF download?
The ebook is actually included, so you don't have to create your own ebook. Let me tell you, if I was industrious and had 62,000 hours in a day, what I would do is pull these funnels in and buy a domain specifically for the funnel. And then I would go to Flippa and flip the domain and the website together. And then and say the hosting is on Builderall. Have you guys ever seen flippa.com? FLIPPA.com. I've flipped many websites on Flippa. And if you find a good domain, you can actually get the website, connect the domain, and then post everything up onto Flippa and say the website plus the lead magnet plus the domain comes. You can sell that for an easy $500 because everything is ready to go. And then the information that you put on Flippa, you just say hosted on Builderall. And then you tell them how much hosting would be for Builderall. Shazam, $500. Go ahead, Curtis.
I just wanted to clarify one thing on the niche funnels.
Mm-hmm.
You were saying give them a website and sign them up on a free account.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, what you're doing is you're giving them getting them in and having them sign up on a free account. But then, would you then work with them and try and build an agency funnel for them or an agency website for them?
That's absolutely an option, but I'm going to show you the actual agency option in just a few minutes. We're almost there. Because you're going to see these exact same niche funnels inside the agency funnels as well.
Okay, but you're hoping that they're going to upgrade, and that's when you would charge them the agency.
Well,
or a full
it's two separate things. I want you to think of the niche funnels as a done for you. I'm going to hand this for you, Mr. Dentist, and you're going to handle creating your website and managing it and all that. Hands off. And Mr. Dentist is either going to like it or he's not. He's going to upgrade or not. What you're doing is you're getting a lead. So this is like a lead magnet for you as an affiliate. That's really all it is. That niche funnel is like a lead magnet for you as an affiliate. And then they can decide what they want to do with it after they get it. Okay. The agency funnel I'm going to show you in a few minutes. It's designed a little bit differently, and it goes the direction that you were mentioning. Okay. All right. So we were on the lead magnet funnels, you guys. Check out Flippa. That is a great way to make a little bit of extra money by getting domains and flipping them. And if you can connect a web, better price. Great.
Did I understand you correctly to say that we could sell those lead magnet funnels?
Yes, you can.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Holy moly. Yes,
I thought we could, I knew we could use them. I didn't know we could sell them.
No, you can actually sell them, but remember, in order for them to actually use them, they have to have Builderall.
Could they use them? They could use them in a free account?
They could absolutely use them in a free account. They wouldn't be able to connect a domain, but they could absolutely use them in a free account.
Okay. Huh.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's exciting, right? That's what I keep saying is, oh my gosh, you guys, we've got so much.
So you're saying sell the lead magnet funnel, not the lead magnet itself.
Right. Yes. Okay. Yep, absolutely. Yep. All right, you guys. Stacy, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't see you down there.
That's okay. So I'm just trying to get something. So the whole, you talked about the lead magnet, no, lead capture is what we're talking about with these different niche lead capture funnels. I'm confused though. So I don't see it in front of me, but I think one of them was, give me an example of one of the lead magnet.
A dog
groomer. So why would I use that as a lead capture for dog groomer if, because this is for me, you said, for each of us, if I'm not talking to, if that's in my own business, if that's not who my customer is, why would I want them as a lead? Unless you're talking about using them as a lead to get them as someone to provide a site for if I'm doing sites.
That'll be an agency. We'll talk about that in a couple minutes.
Right. Okay. So then why would I want a dog groomer if those aren't my ideal clients?
Let me share what I think about it. I have a dog groomer friend that I absolutely adore. Her name is Vicki Watkins. She's awesome. If you ever have to have your pets groomed, you need to come to Batesville, Mississippi. But she's wonderful. She loves these animals. She's fabulous. And I want her to have a website. Right now they have just a little bitty building out in the country. They're just kind of in the middle of nowhere. They need a website. But they're not going to be able to pay me $1,000, $2,000 for me to build their website. So as an agency, I don't think they could afford me. But I could give them the dog groomer website, which means they would have to sign up for Builderall under a free account. So right then they would be a lead from me in Builderall. Then I'm going to give them this website, and the dog groomer website is automatically set up so that it's a lead magnet for them, so they can start getting and collecting emails. So the giveaway inside their lead magnet is free pet baths, which I know Vicki would be like all about that. She loved that. So she could take that website with very minimal work. She could have that website ready to go, ready to give away free pet baths and collect emails to start an email list for her dog grooming company. Now, the hope is that when she gets in there and she gets that website and she sees what's possible, just with the website and the lead magnet of being able to give away pet baths, she'll look at it and go, my God, there's opportunity here to grow my business. And she would upgrade to the premium plan.
That was a great explanation, but those aren't the ones that I'm talking about, not the ones that are lead magnets for us to get clients. I think the last ones you were talking about, you said are for us to get just for emails.
You're talking about I'm sorry. You're talking about the lead capture funnels. Yes,
right.
Those are specifically for us to use. If you can't find anything in there that applies to your business, then don't use them.
Okay, because I just misunderstood. Because I thought, because you were saying there's 22, as if we would have value in using all of them somehow, some way. And that's what I was confused about. Okay.
Yeah. If you're building just a general list where you just want anybody in that list, use them, grab them, put them into effect, use them. But if you're doing underwater basket weaving, I don't think there's a lead capture funnel that is for underwater basket weaving. So it may not be anything in there that you can grab.
Right. But what I just realized too, actually, in us talking, was for me, because I am a consultant and a coach, in fact, any business owner, if I wanted to, it's not, I target who I work with, but any business owner is a business owner that could potentially be a client who I could provide value for. So that's a good point. Thank you.
That's it. So those are for you to build your own list. Those are huge, right? Huge. Okay, so let's move into the next one, you guys. That is, so we did lead magnet funnels. So now let's do the agency. This is, I think, where the bread and butter is going to be. So if I click agency funnels, these are really, interestingly enough, are going to look a lot like the funnels that we have over in the niche funnels area. But these are designed specifically for you to find clients for your agency. Okay, so this is not giving away a free website so they can do it themselves. This is you saying, hey, Mr. Photographer, I'm a web development agency and I would love to build your website for you so that we can get you, getting leads and getting you out into the world. So here's my information so you can sign up and get more information from me. So let's take a look at what this looks like. So as an agency, I want you to put your agency hat on and let's take a look at the photographer website. So I'm going to preview that. And so there it says, attention photographer. Have you been looking for more work lately? How would you like a machine to bring you new clients? We're going to create a professional website and a fantastic client management funnel, client magnet funnel for your business. So when they click that, I want my lead magnet machine, they're going to fill out a form that comes back to you. They're interested in getting a lead magnet machine. You're the agency. You're going to contact them and tell them what you can do. and you're going to give them a price. Okay. This to me is the single biggest thing that Builderall has done, is they've created that agency capability, and they provided you agency websites to work with. Okay. So here's one thing that I would change on these. All of these have more information as you scroll down. So you scroll down, it's like, what's a client magnet funnel? How does it work? Blah, blah, blah. Here's a great little thing right here. Then this is where it falls apart for me, because as an agency, and I've been preaching this and I'm going to preach it again. My husband told me that he would find a soapbox for me if I needed it. This is my soapbox story. Right here on this particular area, it talks about Cheetah, Mailing Boss, and it has Builderall. So let me look at your eyeballs. When you are an agency, you do not tell them what you're using in your agency. You do not tell them, I'm using Builderall, because they then have no reason to pay you, because they can go to Builderall and do it themselves as well. It's the same idea as if you're using Wix, you're using Weebly, Squarespace, if you're using, I don't know, WordPress. You don't tell them. You don't tell them the secrets of your trade. That's just like the doctor. When he did my amputation, he did not tell me, okay, today we're going to use the Sony cam to make sure that we have this on camera. We're going to use this stainless steel knife to be able to cut your leg off. I don't need to know any of that. He's the expert that's doing that amputation. I don't need to know the tools that he's using. And we paid him plenty to be able to do that action, right? It's the same thing with web hosting, you guys, and website development, chatbot development. You don't say, oh, by the way, I will be using Builderall for you. They will either not care because they want you to just do it. They don't want to know any details, just to do what I told you I wanted to do, and I will pay you. Or they will say, Builderall, I heard that I could just get a free account and do all that myself. You've then all of a sudden devalued what you're doing, right? So in all the time that I've ever built websites, mobile apps, anything like that, I never tell them what I use. My job is to just do it, right? And they're paying me money to do it. So do not tell them that you're using the Builderall platform. So for me, when I would download that funnel, I would take that panel out. It would not have anything like Cheetah or Builderall or anything like that. Okay, that would be how I would do it. Dominic, question?
Right. So with that in mind, you would definitely turn off the powered by Builderall when you
yes,
when you build that site for that client. You would turn that off.
Yes, absolutely. Correctamundo. Cindy, go ahead.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this, but just for clarity and confirmation, when you utilize one of these funnels, Mailing Boss is automatically already set up. So if you get a lead, you put it out there, a lead comes in, it's already on a list with a sequence, right?
Let me see, because I can't remember off the top of my head. I think this is just a contact form, but let me check to make sure. So here I am on this right here, and I'm going to do Shelly. And then my email is Shelly@builderall.com, and my phone. There we go. And I want my lead magnet machine. So there we go. So I think that it is an email marketing form, so it's going to connect to Mailing Boss. So I think, you know what? Let me do the dirty, and I'll just put in. Maybe I can't see the download button. I think they've got it. Let me refresh. Yeah, I think they've pulled the bottom up too high, so there's no download button. Let me see if I downloaded one already. I'm sure I did actually. So Cheetah. And there's a photographer right there. So edit site. And it's a pop-up, I believe. So I'll go over here to pop-ups, and opt-in. So I'm going to edit that. And this is a Mailing Boss form. So it's not going in to create an account or anything. It's going into Mailing Boss. So it is whatever you want it to be. If you want emails to automatically go out, you can do that. If you want them to just have the lead come in and then you contact them, you can do that. Also, if you didn't know this, when you set up Mailing Boss with leads coming into a subscriber list, there's a way to get automatic notifications. So every time you get a new lead, it will send you a notification right away. And that's important because timing is of the essence. When somebody fills out a form like this to potentially become a client for you, you don't want to sit on that lead for 3 days. So get yourself some notification, and that notification will come in and let you know, hey, you got a lead. If you don't like that, then you can change out the email marketing form to make it a contact form. And then the contact form can send to a specific email if you want to. Either way you want to do it, it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. But the one thing that you need to remember is when you're working with new clients, if they say, hey, I'm interested, there is no sitting on it. You get that information and immediately contact them. And in fact, for me, I would actually pre-qualify them with a contact form. So I would say something like, how soon do you want to get a website up? How much money do you have to spend between 0 and 500, 501 to 1,000? You can start pre-qualifying them when they go through that funnel, so that when you get those answers, you have a little bit of knowledge when you do contact them. So there's a little bit of editing you can do to actually make those funnels even better.
Can you tag that contact form or any contact form to say photographer? Like if you have a bunch of different funnels out there?
You can do that with the, you can do that with the contact form. You can actually set it up to do the tag internals, TAGINTERNALS, tag internals. If you set that up as a field and then put the default value as photographer, and then just make it a hidden field, that will tag them when they're coming into Mailing Boss.
Okay.
Absolutely. Dominic, go ahead.
Thanks, Shelley.
Okay, so that's incredible. And what I'm catching on the difference between these agency funnels and the other funnels in the Funnel Club is that, like you said, you're not creating an account in Builderall. So your client is not going to get Builderall emails like they would if you just, you give somebody a free website and they sign up, boom, they've created a free account under you, and now they're getting Builderall emails.
Yes, beautiful
So
clarity.
you're
Exactly right.
you're definitely saying, hey, I'm the agency, I'm creating this, and they really don't need to know that it's being created on Builderall. That's amazing. That's okay. Yep. That's a big change in these agency funnels from the Funnel Club. So this is new. I'm loving this.
Mm-hmm. I love it too, because it's such a huge to create an agency now. How about those niche funnels? So if you do want to take one of those pre-configured funnels and still bring it in for a client, you can still do that, right? You just do it by pulling it in yourself instead of giving them the niche funnel. You're now an agency, so you're going to bring it in and edit it yourself instead of giving it to them.
Is there a way to take?
I can see Kurt has a question. He's like, yeah, you're.
Is there a way to take one of these agency funnels that you've just downloaded, or for that matter, any site that you've created, and put it over into the funnel builder so that you can configure things a little more easily over there once it's created?
I don't have a way to do that like straight into the funnel builder, but I have a cheater method, and that is to create a blank funnel, just put one page in there, and then so you have the one page, and now go into the actual funnel and pull in those pages from your niche funnel wherever you want. And when you pull in those pages from wherever you want into that now website that only had one page, right? You pull it in, then you go back into the funnel builder and just synchronize, and it will pull in all the pages that you added. So it's a cheater method.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's amazing what we can figure out how to do in Builderall.
Maybe the developers can create a one button.
I think they are. I think we talked about that in the leadership group today, and somebody said they'd like to go backwards, and so they're working on it. They said, I think Eric said about 15 days. We'll see that. Which means you guys know the rule with Eric, right? If he says whatever he says, multiply it times 3, and that'll give you a really good idea of when it's going to actually come. All right, you guys. So we talked about the web agency funnels. Steve, go ahead.
Shelley, I just had one question about the when you said you could sell those niche funnels. Mm-hmm. It's fine. I remember Eric talking about the agency that you couldn't, charge less than $19.90, otherwise you're in competition with Builderall. one of the things that concerns me is, and I've seen it happen, people get a hold of something and there's no minimum. So we decide, we're going to do ours for 25, and you do a search on the internet, next thing you know, you see the same thing for $3.
Mm-hmm.
Would they be, and I'm talking about for all of us, so, you can sell them, but you can't sell them for less than to stop, things getting devalued to the point.
What you're talking about is the agency sub account, right? That $5 agency sub account.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about that specifically in just a couple minutes. Okay. So I'm going to give you the skinny on Shelly's take on that sub account. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm still selling the niche funnels. I still think that if you say people can sell them, and they will, it's dangerous that I can sell them for 25 and somebody else could, not talking about the agency, but sell that niche funnel for $3. I think that from my point of view, it'd be safer if there was a minimum on them so that it doesn't get devalued.
Here's my take personally on it. The value is not in the funnel. The value is in the ability to give them the funnel for free if they come into the funnel club. That's where the value is. So that's where you really want to focus. And there's only one dog groomer funnel. There's only one dental funnel. So you're selling a funnel that everybody else is going to have. So you really want to push that funnel club, because then they can get in and get those funnels, but then they can tweak them, change them, do whatever they want with them if they join that funnel club. So to me, the inherent value is not really in being able to sell the funnels. While you can do that, I would sell those funnels all day long with the goal of not selling ever a funnel. What I would want to do is say, hey, I'll give them to you for free if you will join as a funnel club member. That to me is the inherent value that I have, being able to offer those funnels. Does that make sense?
Oh, I agree. We look at it as value, but there are people that only say, oh, I'm just going to sell something quick as I can, $5, and I don't care about anybody else.
Yeah, I don't think you can ever stop that. It's just that they're going to, and I don't think we can put it in the terms. You can't sell any of the funnels for less than blah, blah dollars. The web agency, we'll talk about that in a minute because we are putting a minimum on that. But as far as the funnels themselves, to me, again, the value is not really the funnel. It's the access to the funnel club, that you can get all those funnels for free with the funnel club. So that's where I would focus all of my energy, is giving them the view of those funnels and saying, do you want to buy this funnel? Do you want to buy that funnel? And I would put crazy prices like, I don't know, $50 for the funnel. So here's the dog grooming funnel. Here's the dental funnel. Here's the spa funnel. So if you want this funnel, it's going to cost you $50, but I'll give you all of these funnels if you'll join the funnel club. Wow. Right? Big wow.
Yep.
All right. Let's keep going on the different areas. So we've got let me make sure I think I'm hitting the fun one. Hold on, you guys. I'm so excited I can't even find the right buttons to click. All right, so we talked about these agency funnels. These are fantastic to help you get your agency started. This is the fun one, the chatbot funnels. Holy crap on a cracker, Wasili Barbilis is the bomb diggity. There's no doubt about it. So if I click chatbot funnels, what you're going to see is we have, I believe, 30 of these. So we've got agency lead generation. We've got animal care clinic. I went through that one the other day. It is just fabulous. Art gallery, banking service, blah, blah, blah. It never ends. It's absolute beauty. I love these funnels. And what they are is pre-made Facebook Messenger chatbots that you can download and then upload into the chatbot platform and then connect them to your Facebook page, because these are designed for Facebook pages, not groups. So I'm gonna show you first an example. So let's look at the animal care clinic, because that's a good one. So I'm gonna click that little button right there to take a look at it. And that takes me into the chatbot itself. And I've already been in it, so you can see that I've already kind of taken a look at it. But it gets me started, and it says, welcome. It's so friendly. Hi, Shelly. Our animal care clinic is a full-service veterinary care office devoted to prevention and treatment of diseases in household pets. Blah, blah, blah. And then it says, do you want to know more about us? Do you want to book an appointment, or do you want to see our services? Or do you want to contact us or know our opening hours? So I'm going to say, you know what? I want to know more about this particular company. So I'm going to click About Us, and that's going to give me some more information about that particular company. I love the images that we've got. So it says, this is a full service animal clinic. Just take a look at our website. So there's the website link. This is absolutely fabulous, you guys. Now, this chatbot is ready to go. It's ready to go. All you need to do is do some basic editing. So what I want to show you guys is how easy it is to download this chatbot and then upload it into the chatbot system. So if I go back to where our funnels are, and I'm in the wrong page, let me see if I can go to the right page here. Chatbot funnels. I think I've got 52 windows open here. So let's say that we want the animal care clinic. So all I do is click this download button. So I'm going to download that. And what that does is you'll see down here that I've got the animal care clinic.baf. That is a batch file. Okay. You don't have to do anything to that batch file. It's got everything in there for that chatbot. So take that whole chatbot and just went whoop, and brought it down to your computer. Okay. So right now, this chatbot is just a set of files on your computer. So the next thing I'm going to do is actually go into the Facebook chatbot here, and I'm going to go into the flows. Okay. So this is where we create our chatbots. Okay. So I'm just going to create a place to put this animal care clinic flow because it's got all the flows in there. So I'm just going to create a folder, and I'm going to say animal clinic 2 because I've already got one in there. So I'm going to click submit. And now I've just created a folder. That's all I've done so far is created a folder. And then I'm going to click inside that folder to open it up. Now I'm inside the folder, and now I'm going to go ahead and import this flow. So I'm going to click import, and here's all my downloads. There's that animal care clinic, that batch file. So I'm just going to click and then choose open. And now that chatbot is actually installed on my Facebook chatbot area. It's not connected to a Facebook area yet. It's not connected to a Facebook page. I still have to do all of that. So I have to go to my pages and make sure my page is connected. Then I have to go into my automation and connect where I want it to be automated to be able to start the flow. All of that you'll need to see the training because the training goes into detail on how to do all that. But you now know how to take that chatbot that's already pre-created for you and download that batch file and then upload the batch file so you're ready to start connecting it to a Facebook page. All right, everybody got it? Great. Remember that not only can you connect it to a page, but you've also got that bot for website. So when you click that area, you're going to be able to connect this chatbot to your website. So it's a Facebook Messenger chatbot that shows up on your page, on your website page. And I'll give you an example of that because I have one on my team website. So let me go to Team Awesome and log in. And there we go.
How come me and Tyree are the only ones dancing here? This is awesome, people. This is like a freak out moment what they are doing for us.
Totally, I know.
Okay, I'm muting
So
again.
here's an example of a Facebook Messenger chatbot that is connected to a website. So you see that it's showing up here. It's got this little messenger icon. I can continue with Shelly, and then it'll pop up with the messages that I have created inside that chatbot. So that is how cool it is, you guys. We can do it on Facebook Messenger connected to a page, and we can also do it on our website, and it pops up on our website. Okay, this is super powerful stuff. These are completely editable. So once you get them into Facebook, into that Facebook tool, the chatbot tool inside of Builderall, you can open up those flows and edit them as much as you want to. You can edit to your little heart's content. You can change the flow if you want to. You can add to the flow if you want to. There's so many things you can do, or you can just take them on face value and just edit them for whatever company you're going to build this chatbot for. But this is another one of those agency tools, right? You've got done for you websites that you can pull in as an agency. You've now got done for you chatbots, 30 of them that you can grab, and they're done for you. You just got to do a little bit of editing to the flows, and you can personalize them to whatever business you're selling them to. And these are super valuable. Tyree's doing the Tyree, you guys. There it goes. There it goes. It is super valuable. And the price that I would put on these, if I was doing a chatbot for someone and connecting all this would be a $2,500 job. Easy peasy, nice and breezy, $2,500. So let me answer some questions. Richard, go ahead, and then I'll get Greg.
Is this that one chatbot, is it for both the website and the Facebook? from one configuration?
Yes.
Okay.
So if you have a Facebook page that it's connected to, and then you've got a website that you add it to, it's the same exact chatbot.
Perfect. Okay.
Okay, great.
What's the mechanics of selling it to a client, to a customer? Do they have to have a Builderall premium account, or can we just manage their Facebook?
That's a really good question because everything is iframed. So guess what? All they have to have is the agency account, that $5 sub account. Then you
They
can
would
charge.
have, you would have to have that. I mean, I couldn't just manage their Facebook account from my own. I'd have to put them in that agency.
You can do it from your own. You can absolutely do it from your own. But for me, I would want to get the website development job and the chatbot as an add-on to working with their website. I would put that as an add-on.
If they already have a website that they're not going to mess with, you know, and they've got a designer that they've worked with for years, but they don't know about this chatbot, we can provide that to them to put onto their website.
Yes, you just give them the code, and you're right about you get admin privileges to their Facebook page.
Okay.
And you can go in and add it to their Facebook page, and then you give them a code to the developer so that the developer can add it to the website because it's just iframing.
So we could just kind of give it to them, wash our hands of it, and go to the bank.
Yep, just get that monthly hosting fee. Absolutely.
Well, we wouldn't even really have to host it, would we?
Oh, I would.
But if it's on their website.
Yeah, but you still have to pay Builderall for premium access to be able to get that tool.
Okay, all right. That was my question. What's the mechanics of what we need to do that? So.
Yep. So they pay for that.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Anybody else? Questions about the chatbot templates? Are you excited about this, you guys? I know Tyree is beside himself. I see two Tyrees because he's beside himself. Dominic, go ahead.
Okay, so has anybody actually got in here and checked out these chatbots? Because, oh my God, they are amazing. I connected the one for the agency to my Facebook because of course I do agency work, and it is just Wasili has outdone himself again. I don't know what else to say. He has truly outdone himself.
Yep, I agree. I totes agree. I think I saw another person had a question. Great Sky Solutions. And then I'll get to Ceci.
Hi, this is Marilule. And yes, my agency is called Great Sky Solutions. And I'm really, really happy with this new tool because I have been checking it with Vasily for a long time already. And I was receiving messages from him and everything, but I didn't take action yet. And yesterday I woke up like very late at night, and I just detected like 3 chatbots that I'm going to be using with for my own pages. And I have some clients which are going to be having this chatbots too. So I'm really, really happy with those because I can do lots of things with them. And I'm glad because one of my questions that you already answered is that if we are able to modify them. And yes, you answered that yes. So that makes me happier.
Beautiful. And let me say, Mary, is that right, Mary?
Yeah, Mary.
Thank you so much for the video that you made. That was absolutely beautiful. If you guys haven't gotten to see it yet, she made just a beautiful video that just shocked me. So do a search for her and look at that video. It was just very generous in spirit, and I really, really appreciate it. So thank you so much.
No, you're welcome. I know that being here is such a big blessing because I know that I have a purpose here in my life has a purpose. And with Builderall, I'm accomplishing it. My team has grown. My team started during this last 4 months, no? Because I have been in Builderall for 2 years already, but I always use the tools for myself. But during this pandemic situation and everything, I got revealed that I needed to do something for others because I'm a mountain rescuer too, no? Wow. So he said, like, you already have been rescuing people at the mountains. Now you need to rescue business persons and professionals and everything. So I started with that. My team already has grown like not, well, 50 persons in 4 months.
Wow.
All of them premium. I don't have any free nor any other accounts. And they are all so happy. And every time I come back with them, because we have a meeting every Monday, they are, Mary, what are you going to teach us today? And what's the new stuff, no? And yesterday in our meeting, they were all so happy. So I'm so blessed, because I believe that if we are blessed, it's to bless others. And that's happened in my life. And I know that in many others' lives. No? So
that's awesome. That's so awesome.
I appreciate all the hard work of many,
for sure.
And that was the purpose of the video, to recognize, because bad news we have all the time, but we need to share the good things.
Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah.
For sure.
You're welcome.
Susie, question?
Yeah, I have two questions. The first one, you already answered. We can edit the chat. It's good because we can translate it to Spanish. So it's a good thing. Use the same words that happen in English, but put it in Spanish. Yes. The other thing is that I don't understand about the like an agency account with the hosting for the chat, because you said we have to still paying the premium. But what if we can manage the sub account, because the sub account doesn't have the chat building, or we have to put it in our 15 accounts?
So what you'll do with the chatbot is the chatbot doesn't affect your 15 accounts. That's just a tool. So you can actually build the chatbot on your account, but then connect it to their Facebook or their website, wherever their website is. So if their website is on one of your 15 domains, or if you create it as a sub account, either way.
Oh, okay.
Because you're building the chatbot on your account, and then you're iframing that into their website, or you're connecting through your own connection on your account to their Facebook page, because you're an admin. So it doesn't count against your premium at all.
But I have to be an admin on their Facebook account.
Yes, and that's easy to do. You can actually do some real simple screenshot instructions for them, and make it real easy for them. You send that to them and say, here's how you make me an admin for your Facebook page. And then once they do that, you'll have access to be able to connect that chatbot.
So I feel I can do it with a sub account. We Builderall with the free with the sub account, or if they have already have one web page with WordPress, we can add the chatbot, or you don't recommend that?
The chatbot itself will be on your premium account. Then you'll iframe it, and you can put it anywhere you want to.
Okay, thank you.
You get that iframe code, and you can put it anywhere you want to.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Dominic?
Okay, she kind of touched on where I was going to go with this, because we were talking to Wasili, and you can sell these chatbots for $2,000. This is what he charges for this, and this is huge. This goes back to what Shelly was saying earlier about you don't exactly have to sell Builderall to make money with Builderall, and you don't even have to be an agency to do this. You can connect the chatbots to Facebook. Like Shelly said, you can put it in an iframe, put it anywhere, because the chatbot is actually its own app in your back office. It's not connected to a domain. They do not have to be in Builderall for you to sell this. This is huge, because chatbots are worth a lot of money.
Yep.
And you can make very good money just selling chatbots without having to create anything. Just go in there, you adjust it just a little bit. Wasili has done a fantastic job. There's tons of niches in here that you can actually go after and say, hey, do you want a chatbot?
And that could be your exclusive offering, is just chatbots. Not websites, not anything. You can just say, I'm a chatbot agency. Or if you want to be a website development agency, you can develop websites and add chatbots as an add-in price. So you get, I don't know, $2,000, $3,000 to build a website, and then tack on another $1,000, $2,000 to build their chatbot. So there's a lot of possibilities, a lot of potential. This agency thing is a big deal, really big deal. Yeah, Curtis got it. That's exactly what it is. Cindy, go ahead.
It's huge. It's gigantic. The possibilities are momentous, monumentous. They're mountainous. They're whatever they are. They're gigantic.
Right.
The thing I wanted to come back to, I think it was Sussy was talking about, when you these are all standalone, these chatbots, they don't have to have anything to do with Builderall. You can build it in your premium account and sell them this one single tool And I would never suggest saying, I'll put it in your WordPress, I'll put it in your Wix. If you didn't build their website, I've gotten in some sticky situations with trying to figure a website out that I never touched before. Just say, here, give it to your developers or whoever did build them where it's out, and give them the code. Don't try to say, I'll do it for you. It's not worth it.
And I want to correct myself. I've been saying iframe. The chatbot actually is not iframed, it's a script. And the script goes into the head of the website. So that's all you'd have to do to give instructions. If you made a chatbot for somebody and they own their own website and they have their own developer, you just have to get that script to their developer and say, put it in the head of the page that you want this to show up on. So you can do that yourself if you're building their website, or you can even give them the script and they can put it on their website with their own developer. But let me tell you something, if you're not building that website and you have to give up that script to somebody else, you're gonna make sure to charge double. I'm telling you right now, double. You wanna get business. You wanna build their website yourself. So if you can get their website and build it yourself, you can actually say, I'll give you a discount if I can build your website for you for this price. Go ahead, Cindy.
One more thing, because plus that gives you a connection to their developer. And once that developer, sorry, I can't really talk tonight, sees what you did, they're going to come to you and say, wow, I can offer this to other clients.
That's
and,
exactly
and make
it.
you the freelancer.
Yep, you hit the nail on the head. There's so many different directions to go with this, you guys. The agency dealio is going to be huge in Builderall. Only if you guys can see the value in it. And I'm seeing explosions happen in brains right now. So I'm seeing you guys are seeing the value in it. It's fun for me, you guys, because I'm looking at all you guys and I'm seeing there's all kinds of explosions going on, so it's all good.
I saw Tyree disappear for a minute. He fell out of his chair and then
taking...
got back up. Did you see that?
Greg, go ahead, please.
Should we charge a monthly fee on that too, or you would?
Yeah,
okay.
Because now, remember, you're building that chatbot on your platform that you're paying monthly for.
Okay, so after we get the client signed up and everything else, how many cups of coffee should we have before we actually deliver it?
A lot. A lot.
You gotta make it look like it was hard. I mean, you can't say the word template. You can't say the word, I can do it in 10 minutes. No. 10 hours.
Yeah, you definitely don't want, here's the thing, you guys.
2 days, 3 days?
That sounded like Eric. Here's the thing. Do you guys remember years ago, there was a commercial out there of a lady that, it was at Christmas time, where she went into her kitchen and she's like, I'm making the Rice Krispie treats. And she was actually doing nothing, right? She put flour, right, exactly. And then she walks out like she's been sweating and working really hard. Here you go, right? There needs to be a little bit of acting on your part with your clients. I'm sorry, but we all need to go to acting school a little bit, because you can't let them know, oh yeah, I can do that for you in 10 minutes. That devalues what you're providing. And you are providing an incredible value that you need to be paid for accordingly. Now you're thinking, Shelly, but all I have to do is download the thing and then upload the thing and then connect it to Facebook and it's done. It takes 30 minutes, but you're not seeing what's happened in the background for Wasili to build this for you, right. For Builderall to build the platform for you, for Builderall to provide the hosting for you, right? There's a lot of stuff happening that has to happen for you to be able to provide that service. And I'll tell you, in my website building days, one of the things that I dealt with was finding the right platform. That took me for freaking ever, because I'd sign up for web hosting and they'd say 99.97% uptime, but they didn't really mean that on the weekends, or they didn't really mean that when their bandwidth went down, which didn't even make sense. So I went hopping. So when people pay me now for hosting, it's because I found the right place for hosting. It's reliable. If you pay me for hosting for a website, you're going to be up and running because I found the right place to provide you, my client, hosting. Right.
And by the way, Shelly, for those who don't feel good about charging so much or doing it so quickly, they could also use it as almost like a lost leader. Not that you lose anything, but basically you could do a website and give them a chatbot as a bonus if they sign up by a certain time or do certain things, or half price if you're doing a website for them. So you could, you know, a lot of options.
You guys are probably going to think I'm evil, but when I was making websites and mobile apps all the time, I had my price list for a basic website or a basic mobile app, and it was double what I was willing to accept. If you were going to be a difficult client, you were going to have to pay double. If you were an awesome client, like, wow, this is going to be awesome, they got a 50% discount.
So Shelley, that was my question. Do you have a suggested price list that you could provide us with?
I do not. I've gone out door to door and selling, right? I think it also depends on your area. I'm in southern Mississippi, northern Mississippi. Let me get my directions straight. But it's not, things are not going to price as if I'm selling at New York City or something like that. The pricing is going to be different because the market here is very different. So there's a lot of considerations before you actually put a pricing list together. So even if I did give you a pricing list that was like, write down the list, everything you needed to know, I might be way underpricing for your area, or I might be way overpricing for your area. I can tell you that if you guys in New York City gave me your price list, I'd probably stroke. I'd be like, there's no way I can charge a client that much. We don't even make that much a year here in Mississippi, right? So it depends on where you're at. But honestly, you'll figure out the value when you first start. So what you'll do is you'll way underprice yourself. The first app I made, I actually made $200. Yeah, $200. And I think I winked out, so let my internet come back for me. Hold on just a second. There we go. I think I'm back. But the first mobile app that I made, you guys, I charged $200. That's so funny now. I don't even want to say it out loud. But what I did was I got the experience behind that $200. So it actually, even though I only made $200, I figured out how to talk to the client. I figured out how to be confident in what I could offer. I figured out how to actually do all the things that I said I could do. I figured out contract issues, scope of work issues. There's a lot of things that I figured out with that $200 sale. So the next one I did was like $400. And then the next one I did was like $1,000. And then the next one I did was like $5,000, because I was figuring out the value that I was providing, along with figuring out the system that I was putting in place to be able to provide that value and make it seamless for the client and easy for the client. So you'll always start low, but as you figure out your value and what you can command for what service you're providing, you'll increase your prices. Does that make sense?
It does. Thank you.
You're welcome. Let me get Tyree and then I'll do Cindy.
Shelley, my question is, when you speaking of app and all the new additions that we have and new changes, the app training that you had done before, would that still be applicable to what we have now?
Yeah, that's a third-party product that we brought in. So that one really hasn't changed because Builderall doesn't control that one. That's one of the very few things that Builderall hasn't programmed for themselves. So that one has not changed. And whatever the training was before, it still applies now.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
That was an awesome training, by the way. I watched that while I was down. I did a lot of Shelley binging.
Shelley binging. That's so funny. Yeah, I'm ready to do another training because I see that a lot of people are interested in doing restaurants for websites. And then we've got the chatbot. So it looks like we're going to have another training coming up on how to build a website for a restaurant and include their full menu so that a person can order from that menu. That's huge. And I've got great resources that will absolutely blow your mind, right, Tyree? Tyree's like, absolutely. So we'll get that training rolling. Hopefully I'll be able to do that really soon. Cindy, go ahead.
Two things. One, because what Tyree said, I heard the end. I didn't hear what you actually said in the very beginning. What were you referencing?
He was asking about the mobile app tool that we have. And he was mentioning that I'd done a training on that a while back. And was that still valid? Was it still good training? And yes, it is, because the mobile app tool has not changed.
Okay. And then to go back to, the conversation of chatbots and selling them. One of the things I'm going to be doing, because I don't think I am a great salesperson, is I'm going to be contacting website people that I may have already contacted about Builderall, but kind of blew me off and said, never mind. But I want to go to them and other ones and say, I can do the chatbot, show them a sample, and then give them a price list and just let them sell it. Period. And or say, I'll give you, you sell it for this, you get 50%. If you sell it for this, you get 30%, whatever. because just to try to get a broader range, and I hate selling. I do.
Fantastic. I'm the same way. Cindy, I don't consider myself a salesperson at all. I could not sell a coat to an Eskimo, and they actually need coats. So I get it. So that what I call that is a meta agency. So you're like an agency of an agency. And those are fantastic too, because they need those services. And if they want to expand their own agency, they'll be able to contract with you to be able to provide those services. So absolutely fantastic idea. And I think that's probably going to work out really well for you.
And then also they still don't need to know that how fast you're doing it or templates.
Right.
They don't need, and if you tell them, then you go to the reverse end, because you tell them you're paying $6,900 for this program, not 69.
Right. Don't tell them, you guys. And again, just in the back of your mind, Rice Krispie treats. Okay. Think Rice Krispie treats, and do a little bit of acting. I think that maybe some people would call that being deceiving, but this is business. Right? This is business. You're not required to give out all your secrets. You don't have to tell them, yeah, this chatbot, I'm charging you $3,000 for it, but did you know it only took me 15 minutes to make? No, don't do
There's
that.
secrets my grandma wouldn't tell me about her recipes. I mean,
I know, right?
Secrets, everybody has secrets.
Exactly. Curtis, go ahead.
So basically, sell the chatbot for $2,000 if it works well in your market. And then I heard mention of a monthly fee. Is that like a support fee, so that you go back in and change it for them if you like, and that's how you present it?
Bake whatever you want to into the contract. So maybe you provide an hour of support or changes per month, and but you're making sure with that, I call it a hosting fee. You're making sure that chatbot stays online all the time.
And how much would you charge monthly for that?
$50 easy. This is a lead magnet machine. $50 easy.
Okay. So you kind of, if you did what Cindy was suggesting and worked with other developers, splitting fees, you'd split the monthly as well?
You absolutely could. Or you could just charge the agency that you're selling it to, and then they can charge whatever they want to the client.
Right. Okay. Great.
You just figure out what you want to get out of it, and then they can figure out what they want to get out of it.
Right.
Okay.
Cool.
Any other questions? Yes, Sissy, please.
Last question.
No, you have 10 more questions, because I have 10 answers that are waiting to come out.
Okay. With the chatbot, is when you pay ManyChat for like a grow tools, with the chat, you don't have to pay anything. Everything is in that tool.
Everything's included. Yes, everything in that list that's on that chatbot area, all of that's included.
Perfect. And when you have time, I would like to know more about the different way we can make money with Builderall. It's not only promote Builderall. It's going to be a good
I need to do that video again, because I did a video on like the many different ways that you can make money with Builderall. And I did that way in the beginning, where I decided to wake up one morning in my pajamas, no makeup, hair kind of like that. And I sat in a chair and said, all right, you guys, here's how you can make money with Builderall. I looked like death warmed over. And I'm still quite embarrassed by it, just by the way I looked. But the content itself still actually stands the test of time, because it is still getting views. And I think last time we looked at it, it was a little over 12,000 views for that one video. But it is time to redo it, because now there's about a bazillion more ways to make money. So yeah, we'll redo that video and throw that up there and see if we can't help people understand the many ways that we can create an income, even by not selling Builderall. So it's a good idea, Susie. Thank you. Greg.
Thank you.
Hey, I was just looking through these, and there's one in here for a church. You could give it to the church for free and deduct $2,500 a year from your taxes.
You can also give it to them and say, I want a testimonial and references.
Right. Yeah. But you could also have a $2,500 tax deduction.
Absolutely. You're right, Greg.
I can use that this year.
Cindy's mind just exploded. What you got, Cindy?
You do that with the webinar too, to get their streaming service?
Yep, you can.
I mean, you could if you, wow, yeah.
Absolutely. Brains are exploding all over the world tonight over Builderall. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. All right, so we've talked about the chatbot. That was really, really exciting. Let me see if there's another area that I can talk about. So if I go back in here, and that's not where I want to be. So let me go.
Shelly, do you feel like you covered what you wanted to cover regarding agency?
Let me think a minute. Oh, no, well, I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. So
okay, that's what I thought. I was confused because I know I had agency questions. Okay, thank you.
Nope, we're not there yet. So Cheetah Funnel Builder, that's the last thing on this list. That's where you click and go into the Cheetah Funnel Builder. So that's one way to get to the Cheetah Funnel Builder is right here. Okay, so that's right on your affiliate area at the bottom of the Funnel Club. I'm going to show you the other two ways that you can get into the Cheetah Funnel Builder. So the second way is to go in at apps and then all the way over here, Cheetah Funnel Builder. Okay, so you can get in that way, or you can go to home. And if you've pulled in your card, so let's see if it'll go to home. So if you pulled in your card, once you add your card to your dashboard, you can click enter right there. So those are the three different ways that you can get into the Cheetah Funnel Builder. Okay, everybody got it? Okay, so those are all the different areas of the Funnel Club. That's why this is so valuable, you guys. That's why you want to promote that Funnel Club, because they're getting every tool and they're getting every funnel plus the chatbots. It's an incredible opportunity to kind of look at everything that Builderall has to offer and then choose what direction you want to go. And I think there's truly no limits. The only limit is the freaking number of hours we have in the day. That's the limit. So yeah, so it's a great opportunity for somebody that's looking for an income online. Cindy?
Just another idea. So you could actually say, okay, I'm going to be the website builder and I'm going to be the mailing boss person, but I hire a VA to do my chatbots, and just, you can give your VA just the chatbot access, right?
Yeah, you can. That is in the, you'd still have to pull it. You'd have to download it and then upload it, because you have to put it into the chatbot area. But once it's in the chatbot area, you can give your VA permission to get into that area of your dashboard and they can help you with it. Okay. All right. Let me see what I have next on my list, you guys, which is the agency. This is actually where I want to spend most of my time. So we've only got about 2 hours left. All of you guys are like, what? But to me, this is, again, bread and butter. This is going to be an incredible thing. So let me try to explain it in a nutshell what this allows you to do. So when you're a premium member or a Funnel Club member, either one, you're going to get access to the ability to create these sub accounts. And as an agency, you can build websites for people, chatbots for people, magazines for people, whatever you want to do. Now, premium members get 15 domains. So if you have a client, you can add them to those 15 domains if you want to. But to me, that's a little messy, right? Because then I'd have my stuff in there in between everybody else's stuff. It's a little messy. So what you can do is you can create these sub accounts. These sub accounts are going to cost you $5 whole per month. They are not meant to sell for them to access Builderall. Let me say that again really carefully. These are not meant to sell so that you can give someone access to Builderall for $5. That's not what they're there for. They're there for you as an agency to be able to create that sub account so that if you build a website for that client, you can put that website on that account and keep it separate from your own stuff in your own account. Okay. Now, these sub accounts are going to have, I think, 500 megabytes of space. They're going to have one domain that you can connect, 5 subdomains that you can connect, and up to 2,000 subscribers for email. Okay, that's a lot of dollars. If there's more you need, then you need to get them a premium account. But remember, this is important. This is important to remember. You're doing a sub account as an agency. These are supposed to be your clients. So if you've done enough that they need more than just the $5 account, you better be earning enough that you can get them a premium account, right? Because that's what this is designed for you to do, is work as an agency to provide services using the Builderall tools. So if a $5 account isn't enough that you need for that client, then you should be charging that client enough to be able to afford a premium account for them. Does that make sense? Okay. The other piece of the agency is that, yes, you're going to build the website on that sub account, but there's a lot you can do on your premium account that you can iframe in or get the codes to put into that website. Okay. So even though that's a separate account and it doesn't have Chatbot and it doesn't have magazine and it doesn't have some of the other things like webinar, there's still tons you can do on your own account. Remember, you've got unlimited magazines, you've got unlimited chatbots, you've got unlimited bookoodles of stuff. So you can build them on your premium account and then iframe them into that website on the sub account, or use the code to bring it into that website like the chatbot. So there's tons and tons you can do. So don't think that that little sub account, that little $5 account, it's like, oh, that's so cute. That's a little bitty cute account. It's not a cute account. It's a Mama Uni account. You just don't realize it until you figure out that your premium account can do a lot inside that sub account. Okay. So you have tons of potential to build up a web agency using those little $5 sub accounts. And again, for me, if you're building a website for someone, you charge for the front end to build the website, but then you charge a hosting fee. And I've said this before and I'll say it again, that money that you charge for building the website, that's good money and it spends. You can sure spend it. But what I worked for was that recurring hosting fee. If I decided I wanted to make $5,000 per month, then I knew that at $50 hosting per client, that I needed 100 clients to make $50 per month times 100, $5,000. So I knew exactly what my goal was. I need 100 clients that I build their websites for to make $50 a month off of each one to get $5,000 in residual recurring income. So even though you might think, oh gosh, I'm making $2,000 when I make this website, this is so cool. Yeah, that money on the front end is cool. But to me, the cooler money is that recurring income, that hosting fee. Okay. So keep that in the back of your mind, because that, to me, that lifetime value of the customer is way more important than that front end money. Okay. Curtis, go ahead.
Is there a training for how to go about the different things that you said that you can create on your premium account and then somehow import those to the sub account $5 agency?
I think there's training all up inside those products. So, but when you go to the training, it's like training on how to get that like chatbot, how to connect it to your own website, but it'd be the exact same on the sub account. You just log into the sub account and take that code. And if you're putting it on your own site, it's the same exact way you put it on one of their sites. Exactly.
Okay.
Okay. Does that make sense?
Are there certain tools that you can't do that with?
I haven't like filtered them out yet in my brain. We've got so many that off the top of my head, I don't know for sure. But honestly, magazine, you can put on somebody else's website. Chatbot, you can put on somebody else's website. Social proof, when it comes out, maybe. I don't know if there's going to be code or not, but we'll see. I think it's just going to be a code, which means you can put it on somebody else's website. Browser notifications is one that I don't think you're going to be able to put on somebody else's website, but it's included in Cheetah now instead of an external tool. So you'll still be able to do browser notifications on their account. So I think most of the major things that we have, you're going to be able to integrate.
Social auto post?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yep. As long as you have admin privileges, you betcha.
Cool.
Yep.
Thanks.
Yeah, you can do Share Locker too.
Share Locker. Yeah, that's another really good one. Yes, that's a really, really good one. Greg, go ahead.
Yeah, when you were talking about like $50 a month and everything, it's just food for thought, because I know this is all new, but since the premium account's going to $100 a month, can they have some way for us to get a little bit more benefit or value on the $5 plan and maybe pay $10 or $15 and get some more features rather than try to bump these guys from 50 to 100 to a premium? This is just something to keep in the back of your thought as you're developing this, because
maybe, yeah, but honestly, most websites, you're talking about 500 megabytes for the website.
Right.
Most websites are not going to go over that unless you're just dumping a lot of video on there. But 500 megabytes is, I think I did the math the other day, it was like 2,000 images. buy a 5
Well,
megapixel
yeah, but I'm
camera.
talking, basically it would be like the autoresponder, the 2000. If,
Oh, yeah. That one,
you know,
that
somebody,
one is a limit, but that I don't know this. I was looking today. Could they purchase additional space? No, you can't. I don't know if you can purchase additional subscribers.
well, yeah, just something to keep in the back of your thought, because going from, you know, $50 a month, we're charging them hosting, and we find out that they need a premium. Now we got to talk them into $100 a month.
Right. You can get around the email though. Just use your own email on your account.
Okay.
Sneaky but true.
Okay.
Also, like if you're going to be building with them and you start out with their $5 account, maybe you're charging them $40, $50. Then you add a chatbot, you're going to add to the hosting too. You add a magazine, you can add, now their hosting's up to $75 because you've added a couple of premium features that they don't have that technically came from your premium account. So now their hosting's at 75. So making that jump isn't as big to go into the booking app and getting those other things that they could use.
Yep, I agree. I absolutely agree. So yeah, I think there's ways around it so that you can justify jumping even to the $99.90, because by that time you should be making enough money to cover that, for sure. And we won't go to the $99.90 for the premium probably until January of 2020. But the Funnel Club, starting November the 1st, will be $199 the first month and $99.90 per month after that. So in November, the full price goes up for the Funnel Club.
So we're going to have a premium and a Funnel Club price difference.
Yeah.
So we'll still be $69.90 for the premium.
Yes.
But if it went to Funnel Club, then it's going to be $99. Okay. All right.
Yes.
That's a big difference. Okay.
Yep. And that the reason they're charging extra for the Funnel Club is because we're going to be adding to it every single week. Yeah. So that will continue to grow. All right. Any questions about the web agency? I think I covered it the way I wanted to cover it, but do you guys have any questions about it? Susie, go ahead.
If you compare like the sub account with the secret plan, what is the benefit of the secret plan compared to the sub account?
Well, the secret plan is designed for someone to pay for it to access Builderall and build on their own. Okay. The sub account is for me as an agency to just keep their website separate from mine, but they're not going to access it and build on their own.
Okay. So the other one is I sell them to them and they have to do everything for themselves.
That's right.
Okay.
Exactamundo. Let me get Mary and then I'll do Curtis.
What I have been doing up to now is that whenever I have clients that they tell me I don't have time to spend to learn how to do things, or I'm so busy with other stuff that I want to hire you to create all the website and all the things that I need for my business. Up to today, what I've been doing is I've been asking them to buy their premium platform, and I build everything on their platform. So if they need something like the magazine, I charge for the magazine, and they continue paying monthly for their platform. That way, I feel better because they don't depend on me. They have their own platform whenever they want to learn that I know that they don't have time to learn and they prefer to pay. I continue charging for my fees every month. I don't charge hosting because hosting is done on their own platform.
Right.
So I prefer to work it that way. And with the agency right now, I'm like thinking about how to handle it and if I prefer to change to the agency or if I continue to work as I've been doing. And it will depend on my clients, because if I know that they don't have that much money to spend every month, well, maybe I will have them on the agency plan. And for the others, I will continue using the premium platform. No? And that way they have their platform and I also get their commissions. No? So
Right. I think there's a lot of power in the agency version if you want to be an agency. That's the thing, is you have to be ready to say, I'm the person that you can rely on to do everything associated with the website, chatbot, magazine, whatever it is that you're going to work with your agency. So you're blocking them from seeing Builderall because they don't want to see Builderall. They want to be the dentist. They want to be the nail technician. They want to be the dog groomer. They don't want to be the website builder. They don't even want to know about the website building, right? So in that case, you would be the agency. There are people out there that you'll find that want to do it themselves, but they still want to hire you to do pieces of it. That's okay too. Either way works, right? But you really have to decide which one you want to be, because having a mixture of both, while it's doable, I think that it would be more preferential to do it one way or the other, not really a combination of both. Does that make sense? Yeah, because when you're an agency, it's a lot different than what like Mary's doing, where she's providing some services to help get them jump started on their own account. When you're an agency, you're talking about contracts, scope of service, meetings with the clients. Do you pay, how much are you going to pay up front? Do we have milestones that we're going to hit where you pay more when I get this accomplished, and then the next piece when I get this accomplished? There's a lot that you have to do as an agency. So you don't want to muddle that up with other things where you don't have to do that, right? Because the biggest success that you'll have with an agency is when you can standardize those processes by putting standard contracts in place, standard pricing stuff in place. Scope of service is huge. Do not fall for that scope creep. The way Mary's doing it, sometimes she can probably tell you, slipping into that scope creep where I agreed to do this, but they say, can you just do this little thing too? That scope creep is a real thing. And I've fallen for it lots in my early days, lots and lots and lots. So as an agency, you can develop all of those standard operating procedures, or what they're called, so that you can go through and deal with your customer, your client. They're happy, you're happy, they pay you exactly what you deserve to be paid for the work that you did. And if they want any other things, they know if it's outside of that scope, they got to pay, right? So that's an important part about the agency, is you start standardizing those operating procedures that you have. So you start with nothing, and then as you go along, you start creating these documents, creating the scope of service, creating the pricing list that you're going to have. But all that comes with experience. And there's, even if I had a course and said, okay, we're going to go through this, and this, there's still nothing like dealing with the client and understanding what the client experiences and how you can reassure them through the process that you're going to make it as easy as possible. And you can get what you need from them easily so that you can provide that service and everybody's happy. So it's a process that you go through. Mary, go ahead.
In my contracts, I have always included Builderall as another item, no?
Yeah.
So they always pay for the platform, for the premium platform. And they don't get into the platform ever. I have their username and their password, and I do everything on their platform. And I have the other group of professionals or business people who they do want to learn, and they do have their platform, and they continue learning. No? Awesome. But yes, I'm thinking about how to maybe have a third group of the ones that feel sometimes a little bit heavy to be paying monthly fees of $70 or more. No, so maybe I will have that other group, or I'm deciding. But the good thing is that now we have more options, and when you have more options, then you can decide the best things for your clients, no, and for you.
That's exactly it. That's what I love about Builderall, is we have so many options. It's painful. Curtis, go ahead.
I just wanted to remind you that you were going to talk about the reasoning behind not charging less than $29 or for, was it 29 or 20? No, it was 20 for the agency accounts because of Builderall.
The company has actually put in place that for any sub account that's created, that when you build a client, that you not build a client less than $19.90 is I think is what is in the terms. But that's because even that little account, we've talked about the value that it has, right? But personally, no one will ever get access to a sub account that I create. Never. Because they're my clients. They're hiring me to be the agent to create their website or create their chatbot. So I won't ever be giving them access to that account where they pay me and they get a Builderall account. It's going to be me paying Builderall $5 and then me charging that client whatever I want to charge for creating their website, creating their chatbot, and then whatever hosting fee. So again, I'm building that brick wall. I'm sorry, go ahead.
And if they upgrade to the premium, the same thing. They never know about Builderall.
Exactly. That's exactly it. The only reason you would upgrade them is because you have to have those tools, like more email or more space or whatever it is. But they would never know that that we did a change at all with their website. Does that make sense? Okay, Tyree.
You brought up a question to my mind when you're speaking about hosting. It took me back to video hosting. I know that with sub accounts we have a certain amount of space for video hosting, but just say video hosting in general. If I create a membership site and I put that video on there, and then I use that same video, say like for on a e-commerce site, not e-commerce, a e-learning site. Will the use of that video in two different sites count as two different uses for the amount of space that I have, or will it still just be that one space, that one?
Just that one, because it's just it's literally just a link. It's either a link or a little bit of code. So you don't have to recreate the video. You're just putting a link in this space and a link in that space. So it's not a big deal at all. But you don't have video hosting on the sub account.
Okay.
You just have the Cheetah. But you can put the video on your premium account and then get the link and put it on a website in the sub account.
And still charge them for that then.
Exactly.
Okay, so I just wanted to know, because I'm speechless to be able to have an e-commerce store. And I remember the other night I think 2 weeks ago, you were speaking about e-commerce store and you were excited about not having to in the future use Shopify. So I have to get more familiar with that. And at the same time, I saw where we have membership sites in Cheetah, but at the same time, we have e-learning courses. I don't know if Phoenix did that or not, whoever did it, but that really took me to another level, because I understand how to create products. But at the same time, I don't want those products downloadable where they can, one person can buy the product and then download video and share with everyone.
That's right.
And I noticed that when I looked at some of the trainings that's in the Builderall back office, some of the videos, they are not, I can tell they're hosted somewhere to where when they finish playing, but they're not downloadable. And I was wondering how that happened, but now tonight you're really letting me know what we have. And I understand how different strategies that can be used to take advantage of that. And I just want to say, Shelley, you're as awesome as many strings of hair that you have on your head. Thank you.
I thought you were going to say I was as awesome as the many of strings of hair that you had on your head.
Meds, medication. But really, this is Builderall is making me rethink what I want to do as far as career. I really now, instead of what I was doing, I think I'm going to make Builderall my front end of what I do. I think I'm going to restructure everything I do. I'm almost tempted to ask, do Builderall need some more employees? Because it makes you want to become a part of it. It really does. I love this, and it solidifies the future. It's like, it's the one thing, and I'm almost done. It's the one thing that makes life corona-proof. Nothing can stop doing that.
I agree. I totally agree, Tyree. I'm right there with you. Let me get Kenneth, and then I'll get my brother Steve, and then I'll get my beautiful, beautiful friend Janice.
Firstly, Shelley, you're superb. You just are superb.
Oh, thank you.
No, just the way you train. Tyree mentioned the videos not being downloadable. I teach online, and this is one of the concerns I've had with any platform I've ever seen. So let me get this clear. If I upload my courses to the video section within Builderall, then they can't be downloaded?
That's correct, but I'm going to get up on my soapbox. Are you ready?
Please. Yes.
There is no way at all that you can protect your videos from being downloaded by me.
Oh, yes.
So I want you to remember that if you're stressing about your videos being downloaded because they might steal your stuff, don't ever let that stop you from at least getting your stuff out there. The key is to get it out there and highly brand it. So if they do steal your stuff, it's all still branded to you.
Yeah.
That's the key. So if it's not anything seriously proprietary, like super double secret probation type stuff that nobody needs to know about, then you really need to come up with a better paying solution. There's some paid solution out there like Amazon services. But for this one, they'll still figure out how to steal them. I promise you that. So what I tell people all the time is don't let that stop you from building your websites and getting your training up. But Builderall has taken the step with this video manager to actually make it harder for them to steal.
You can screen capture anything.
That's right.
Yeah,
You're
of
exactly
course.
right.
I understand that. I've got Snaggets, so I do the same thing. I mean, I know it can be done.
Yeah. Yeah, so don't let that stop you ever.
Yeah.
You get them out. And let me tell you, as a Builderall diva, when I first started in Builderall and started doing all my trainings, I seriously told people, take my videos and steal them. Whatever you want, take it all. And they did. I have, y'all go look on YouTube. There are whole channels that are built that have only my videos on them, and it's not my channel. It blows me away, but it catapulted me. I was everywhere. So seriously, let them steal your stuff. Just brand it, heavily brand it. You can afford to let them steal your stuff and you can brand it like that. Let them do it. I'm living proof that it actually catapults you.
Valid point.
Okay. Steve, I think I had you next, and then Janice.
Yeah, Shirley, I'm just interested technically. It's really intriguing to be able to go from the agency account and then upgrade them to a premium account, but through yourself, not through Builderall. So how would you do that? Because I have a Builder account in my email. Do I just use another email and then I have two premium accounts with a different email? Because you don't, the last thing you want is Builderall will send them emails.
Right. Yeah. Here's how I would do it. Is I would have a company, DeltaMarketingSolutions.com. I own that domain. So if I had a new client, like say Janice was my new client, I would say Janice at DeltaMarketingSolutions.com, and that would be my email that I would use to get Janice signed up under me as an account. So it would never go to her. It would go to me.
So in effect with Builderall, you're buying, you could have 10 premium accounts.
You can, but what I would do is definitely let support know that you're working as an agency, because they're going to be like, this guy's making money buying his own accounts. So you have to let support know that you've taken them from a sub account and you needed more resources. So as an agency, you're bringing them into a premium account. And that's why you've done that. That's important to do, because at some point they will be monitoring that. And they'll be like, why is Steve buying 6 more accounts with his own credit card? But so you have to let them know that you're an agency.
So it's almost like you could whitelist an account so that they knew what you were doing. And
yeah, we may eventually be able to do that, but or something like that. But right now, the way it's set up is it will flag, right? Support will go, Steve has 6 accounts that he's paid with the same credit card. And we have people that do that nefariously, right? They're doing it intentionally, because what they're trying to do is, instead of putting it all on right under them, they're like themselves, the under, and they're trying to daisy chain those commissions so they get more commissions. Okay, so if you can identify yourself as an agency to support and let them know what you're doing, that puts you a little bit ahead of the game. Okay?
Okay. Yep. Terrific.
Janice.
Shelley, I know this may not be an agency question. Are you speaking anything tonight about the e-commerce?
I'm not going to do that tonight because it's actually a part of inside of checkout. So that's like a completely separate kind of mindset of going into the innards of the innards of Cheetah to be able to show you the super checkout. So that's coming. And it's good.
That's coming.
Yes.
Please.
It's good.
Will it be before Christmas? Because I've got to build a vacuum
it'll be
cleaner.
before Christmas. It will absolutely be before Christmas. You betcha. As soon as we can, because right now is the time. If you don't build your e-commerce store in October, it's not going to work out well for you for November and December trying to sell stuff. So we're going to try to get it for you as soon as we can.
And my other question is from that e-commerce side of thing and the super checkout, will there be restrictions on like the number of products to the checkout?
No.
Oh, thank you. I've got 1,000 products to upload for this lady's account.
Wow.
So, Yeah, it's a vacuum cleaner site and what do you call it, chemicals and cleaning agents. So yeah, I'm going to be busy over Christmas. I know.
I was just to say it may take you till Christmas to get all that in there.
I've got part of it done on Pixel, but I've got to shift it now all into Cheetah. So yeah, it's a work in progress. So thank you for the clarity, and I'll be looking forward to that update.
Awesome. Sounds good. We'll get it as fast as we can.
Done.
Mary, go ahead, and then I'll get Stacy, and then I think I have Tatiana. Y'all keep track for me.
Jackie started today her classes teaching about e-commerce and the super checkout. So, and her group, it's very, very well explained too.
Yeah, it's excellently done. So yeah, Janice, I did forget about that. She started that in the physical products group. So make sure you're in there and you'll be stunned at what you will learn. We have really stepped up our game for e-commerce.
Yeah, I give massive kudos to Jackie. She is only second to Kelly. She's an amazing trainer, and you won't be sorry to spend time in her Facebook group.
That's right. In fact, you'll probably be weeping tears of joy. I'm pretty sure of it. Stacy, go ahead.
Okay, I didn't know if I was muted. So two things. So with that whole idea about the email for your clients, what I did was in professional email on my domain, the one that I actually use for my Builderall marketing, I just create client initials or name dot client at whatever. So that's what I do through professional email. That way I can access it.
Right.
But the question I had, and you did clarify a number of things, because I have a client, for example, who I have 5 websites inside my account right now. It happens to be my daughter, by the way. So I was like, oh, I can't wait to get her out of my house, my digital house. But I don't want to charge her $5 per. And I realized that each of them are only one domain, and there's other pieces that aren't included, which you did clarify how those other things could be done. And just as an FYI, I did it right away thinking, oh, I can't wait. And I set up an account for her through the agency thing, and I didn't pay it within the 24 hours, but nor did anybody send me an email saying, hey, you need to pay this. And they made it inactive. So I'm just saying so that everyone does know, if you do it and you don't pay it, they will go ahead and make it inactive. So yeah.
Yep, I paid for mine right away. I went in and created one and paid the $5 right away because you guys know me. Nothing's going to slide by me without me testing it first. So I jumped in and boom, created one right away. And the process is actually very easy, and it's already, the instructions are in the knowledge base. So if you go to the knowledge base and type in web agency in the search, you will find it. And there are step-by-step instructions on how to do it.
Would you not advise using the $29 one? You could have multiple domains. Why wouldn't I maybe do that to use as an agency if I'm going to be paying it for somebody that is a client?
You absolutely can. I would definitely just look at what you need. And honestly, most of the websites that I've ever built for clients, the $5 agency account would have been plenty.
But no mailing, boss. Because if you're doing funnels for people and there's a mailing component, that's a big part of what they want and need.
That's true, but it's 2,000. So how many people have built up a list of 2,000 or more?
Oh, you can use mailing boss. I thought you couldn't use mailing boss.
No, you
okay,
can't.
my mistake. Okay, thank you.
Get up to 2,000 subscribers. So honestly, with all the websites that I've ever built, now this is way before, big social media and the money's in the list and all that kind of stuff. But the reality is I don't remember very many clients that generated that many leads.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you.
You're so welcome. I think Tatiana was next.
Yes, I want to tell something about the courses and the videos, and you tell that not to stop. One of the things that I'm doing now with the courses that I give is like, it's not only about the people that install, and is also a good authority, but if you give the benefit of giving a live per week or per month, so the people is going to be more valuable of you because have a direct contact, not only give the pre-recorded material in the e-learning. It is better that you have the pre-recorded material, but also give the value of one live per week of 1 hour, 2 hours. That is good because the person can ask questions. And the other is take the knowledge and come to the live so you can clarify your doubts. It's a way that I'm doing, and it's having a good results.
Absolutely. It's just the same concept as what we're doing here, Tatiana. You guys are with the live, you got the questions that you get answered. You see my eyeballs, so you know I'm not lying to you, or else I'm a really good actor and I am lying to you. But there's value in that, right? There's a lot of value in that. And that increases that know, like, and trust factor, KLT, and you want to try to do that as much as possible. So KLT is in your emails, it's in your lives, it's in your website and the content, what you put on your website. It's everywhere. You're always working on that KLT in everything that you do in your business. So offering a live just increases it, ups that KLT for sure, that know, like, and trust factor.
Yeah, so the people can still the pre-recorded, but it's not having the value of the live that you can have the questions. So, okay, you can set the material, but how I ask to somebody, so I have to do all the research. But if the person have the contact, is it's the completely and absolute value of the price that the people are paying. No, it's my idea. No.
Yeah, and imagine, you guys, if you had to do all the material that we covered today on your own in videos and materials, y'all would be crying and be like, no, I don't want to watch another video. I want to stay with Shelly for 3 hours. All right, you guys, any other questions that you have? I don't want to miss anybody. Susie, let me get to you, and then Tyree.
Sorry, my camera. I don't understand about the Tyree, I think is the name, about the video, how to, improve the weight of the video or something like that. I don't understand that part of the. They talk about the video.
What he was asking was, if we let's say we had 2 different websites and he wanted the video that he put up on the video manager to be on both of those websites. He was asking if that would take up both the space. And the answer is no. He just uploads it one time and he gets the link. And then he puts that link on both of the websites. And so it doesn't take up double space.
It's like the blog. You can take it and put it on a different website.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Tyree?
Okay. It was 2 questions, but in maybe 1 answer. The 5 FB groups that we have, that what I call specialists now, they're specialists. Okay. Does any of those groups have anything as far as training on the blog? Because I looked at the blog videos this week. It's 6 of those videos, and I wrote down every notes. I made my own PDF, and I was thinking about making my own PDF about step by step on each video. And so when you show that information tonight, that's going to make it easier to know what video is what. But I wanted to know if anyone in the Facebook groups has information on the blog and information on the webinar system. And after you answer that, I have one more question about that.
I'm not sure if they've done blog training in their Facebook group, but I think each of them did a little bit of training in their e-course. So when that e-course is available to all the members, you can jump in there and look at the outline of the courses and figure out which one you want to jump in and take that has the blog piece in there.
Okay, because that blog is awesome. I come from a blogging platform that's not here anymore, but it was. I don't want to say the name, but we had somebody with Builderall that came from there. You know what I'm speaking of, but so I'm very thorough with blogging and SEO and all this stuff. So when I saw our blog, it was like, that's nothing else on the internet like that. Nothing. Right. That is a powerful specimen. That is not a blog. That's a specimen.
Right. You're exactly right about that.
And the other thing I want to know is, like, on the webinar system, I was watching the video. I think Terry did. I think Terry did. I watched yours that you did in, I think it was August, and it was very thorough. But I heard her mention that we could go live at the same time on YouTube and Facebook. Also, she said that we can have a pre-recorded playback live, and I wanted to. And can we do that?
Yep, you sure can.
And we can go live on both of them at the same time?
You can, yes.
And share screen?
Yes.
Goodbye, Zoom. Well, I'm still have to keep it, but because I just figured how to be able to share screen, go live on YouTube through Zoom, but you have to operate in the back of YouTube's office. But now I can operate in the back of my office the same way and be able to share screen. But what I like about ours, now you just clarified it, I can go live on YouTube and Facebook at the same time.
You sure can.
I love that. And then I can also play back, have the videos play back live as a recording as live, as if I was doing a premiere on YouTube, but here I can have it here. Now, the question on that is, when I do put that in there to have it play back live, do I have to, if it's a recording, do I have to start the recording for the play live, or could I preset the time for it to start?
You can actually preset it. You can say, I want to schedule these, and they can sign up and say, I want to watch the one that starts at 2, or I want to watch the one that starts at 4. There's so much freedom in what you can do with that webinar platform now. It is insane.
And I can do that pre-recording through Facebook and YouTube at the same time. Because see, I was syndicating on all 4 platforms that allow, social media platforms that allow us to go live, and then I had to stop for obvious reasons. But now I can do one thing, because there are other platforms, live streaming platforms. They are not, I'm not trying to put them down, but they're not anything like what we have, but they charge so much and they give you so little. So to be able to do this webinar system has come so far.
We just got to upgrade to the webinar system as well. So I want you guys to all hold on to your hats, because you can now record your webinar through our webinar system.
Really?
Yep.
Do you know this is going to be a major thing for like churches and things like that, especially since what they just gone through. So this is major, Shelley.
It is.
I never thought I would see anything like this. I come from a blogging platform that had stuff, but this is unreal. This is, I mean, the question they asked, you asked Monday, is Eric Santa Claus?
I've never seen Eric and Santa Claus in the same place at the same time.
Well, I tell you what, he posted in the group, official group, that he's going to be in Dallas this weekend.
Yeah.
So I'm considering see if it would be okay for me to take that drive and go have coffee with him. It's a 3-hour drive.
Oh, you should, Kyrie. Let me tell you, he would be so excited to meet you in person. And let me tell you something about our people in Builderall. Eric does not value one person over another. He values every single member. He's not going to look up and go, that person has only got 2 people in Builderall, so I don't need to do coffee with them. No, he's like, let me meet you so I can find out how I can help you. And it is absolutely insane. And y'all, I've seen it where people that come, that they say, can I visit the office? And I'm like, yes, go to the office. Make sure you take food, but go to the office. These people treat everyone like rock stars. When you walk into the Builderall office as a member of Builderall, you are a rock star to them. It is the coolest thing ever. So if you get a chance to meet Eric, do it. If you get a chance to go to the Orlando office, do it. It will absolutely blow your mind. First of all, to see how friendly everybody is. It's really just a loving environment. They're so excited to see our members. It doesn't matter if at the very top of the leaderboard or if they've just joined that day. It doesn't matter to them. They absolutely love their members. And they're so excited to hear from everyone. What's your experience? What can we do better? What do you need? It's an amazing experience. And it again, just solidifies the fact that this is an incredible opportunity and an incredible community.
Well, I tell you what, they have that. I'm pretty well understand how to do a lot of strategies and things like that from where I come from, but there's a thing that they have in the back office that's like for certification for a certain marketing thing. And, I always talk to God about everything. So he said, do it. So I'm glad that I did. Eric is amazing how he pulled that off, even though my body of work showed that I have experience in doing some things, but to be able to have access to that for that price. And then in this world, people still, since we are transitioning into it like through the internet, they still like to see some type of credentials that you have.
Right.
So that platform, that educational platform does give you some credentials that you can have to put on your site so people can be comfortable with what they see through the internet as if they be comfortable with what they see you get from a college.
Right.
And then what I like about it, last week, Shelley, Google put out a notice that They have classes for $49 a month for 2 or 3 months that people can come through and get certified to do different things, and they're going to be paying. So that platform there is offering, it is from how Eric got that. What did Eric do? Did Eric have pictures on them or something to be able to get that for that price for what that place is offering?
He worked his network. That's what he did.
I tell you what, he is Santa Claus. He just probably has a detachable beard.
But yeah, those digital marketer trainings are huge, and at $25 per month, it's a steal for those. They are chock full of information. So if you can possibly get those, afford the $25, and you just keep paying the $20 until you cancel the $5 charge. So if you can finish them all in a month, congratulations. It only costs you $25.
Right.
But I've been through these trainings and got the certifications. They are not easy to go through. There are a lot of information, and it will just, you need to take your time and learn it, because it is great information.
Yes.
And it will help you as a digital marketer.
You can never stop learning in this industry, right. But the more you learn, the more value you can provide, and the more skills you will have to offer. I mean, and you are an inspiration to me, because I'm a green personality, dominant green personality. I love learning, but I love putting it into action. But it really does inspire me to see how much sleep you don't get, but yet how you don't wear down. You are still you're like a locomotive that never grows, that never gets out of date. You're never out of time. You're never out of date. You're never out of sync. It's like the very first locomotive that they haven't created another mode to be better than it. It's just like Shelley. There's nothing better than you. And you set an example, Shelley, that I'm telling you, seriously, I binge watched my way through COVID. Okay. I did. I mean, I am really just so thankful for you. I really am.
Well, I'm thankful for you too. And I'm thankful for everybody here. Each person here has value for Builderall, not just in paying for your account. You all contribute to the community and make up this community. So every single person has value. That's the exciting part about Builderall. If you want to take part in the community and help others, guess what? You can. And people will be ready to receive that information and get that value and do what they need to do to help build and grow their business. And let me remind you, there's a lot of space out on the internet. I know a lot of people are afraid to share value and afraid to contribute because they think if I give it away, I will lose it. I won't get anything back. But I'm living proof that if you give it away, you get back 1,000-fold. Because I am so free with my information. I give it away, and I have a lot of people that say, my gosh, Shelley, you're giving away everything. I know, but it's coming back. And I would have never thought that I would be in this position in Builderall. So I promise you guys, be that valuable person in our Builderall community. You've got a lot of information tonight that you could share with other people, help them build as well. So do the same thing. And what we'll see is exactly what we're already seeing in the community, but it will be even bigger, where we're helping people to reach their goals and to reach their highest potential. Right? That's what people do.
Shelley, can I ask a question?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm an absolute newbie. My name is Ray, and hello, everybody. I've gained a lot tonight. I joined Builderall in the last week of September, and so one of my questions, this is minor, I can find out. One of my questions is, I did the dollar in September, and that means I'll pay $69 in October. And will I be? Should I join to a higher level? I mean, the $69 makes me a premium.
You've got as
I'm
high
grandfathered in.
Yeah, you're grandfathered into everything. Congratulations, you hit the mother load.
Yeah, I think so. I'm really Bridget Bartlett signed me up, and I'm really grateful to her. It's very.
She's on. I'm not sure if I should say this. I don't know if she wants me to say this, but she's on my team. So you're on my team.
Oh, good. Thank you. My question is, I'm a newbie, but I am a retired computer science professor, 35 years. Wow. And so I want to go a different way, but I've never done anything except built my own website and done a few things, with Dreamweaver and some other tools. Mm-hmm. And so I'm porting all of my websites over to Builderall right now. And the training is just boggling my mind, and I don't know where to go next. So I'd like to start monetizing and making some money. Could I have from anybody here advice on the fastest way to get up and running? I have a lot of stick-to-itiveness and I'm ready to go, but I need direction. Should I build websites and start an agency, or should I maybe go with the Chatbot Funnels? As somebody said, that can be monetizing forever and be quite easy to do. I do have courses. I've made many computer courses and videos, and I've got the courses ready to set up and produce. And that could be a quick way of monetizing. I'm weak in funnels and funnel magnet list building, and also the mailing boss. I'll have to do a lot of training on that. So someone point me in the direction they would go if they were as new as I am, please. Thank you.
My advice would be, if you can focus on the affiliate piece first, if you've got a network of people that you can share the Builderall opportunity with, focus on the affiliate opportunity first, because that's immediate money. That is really fast. If you can get up to sharing that affiliate link and getting people to sign up under you, and then remember that you've got Bridget as your sponsor, so she's going to help you to be able to do that. She can help you if you bring people in and you're not sure how to talk to them. She can help you do that. I can help you do that. So that's first and foremost. That's a really fast way to start building your team, for sure. And then second, if you've got courses ready to go, then I would definitely jump into the e-learning, get those courses in the e-learning, and then learn how to do that super checkout so they can pay for the courses and then get into the courses. And actually, that would probably be Keck. His information products Facebook group is what you'd want to join. And he will show you in that training how to do that, and you can ask questions. So definitely jump into Keck's group, the information products Facebook group, and that will get you going in that direction. And I'm betting once you know how to do the e-course, e-learning, and how to put your stuff in there, you'll be able to bang those out super fast. The next step would be just to build the sales page leading to the checkout, leading to the e-learning. That's going to be what the big thing that will take a little bit of time for you to learn how to do and set up.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome so much. Anybody else have any advice for Ray? Richard, go ahead.
No, I don't have advice. I did have a question though.
Oh, okay. We still have answers. Fire away.
So going back to the third full stack marketing certification from
Yes.
Digital Marketer, does that $25 include the certification costs?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Mary, go ahead.
Just one advice for you, Ray. I also am in the computer area for 24 years already. And one of the things that you need to be willing is to get surprised every day that you're going to be learning so many things, and you're going to be able to compare the way that we have been doing things for all this time and the very fast and efficient and professional way that you're going to be creating new websites and solutions for many people. No? So get ready to be amazed on the fast way and professional way that you'll be solving many things for others.
I agree. And then the other piece of that is give yourself permission to take the time to learn it as well. I know that a lot of people come into Builderall and they're like, I need it now. And they don't give themselves permission to slow down a little bit and take the time to really learn it, because Mary's right. You've got a very professional way to deliver these services, provide and deliver these services. So you want to make sure you learn it right so you can build a solid company. So you're in a really good position already having those things to be able to do the e-learning. So I think where your bottleneck will be is just learning how to build the sales page connected to checkout so that they can buy it first and then get into the e-learning. So give yourself permission to take some time to learn that. But man, once you got it, you're going to have it and you'll be able to rock and roll all you want to.
Thanks.
Tatiana, go ahead.
It is also a good idea that he take advantage of the webinar tool and start sharing free material at a YouTube channel so he could start being an authority in his knowledge. That is very good. So the people is start to take him like authority of the knowledge and taking advantage of all the years that he have been teaching. So take advantage of the webinar tool. and take the leads, or like use the funnel builder and do free webinars to take leads, and also that do the record. That is going to be good.
Fabulous, fabulous advice. And I'll tell you, YouTube is free, and you can get a lot of videos up there, really quick videos on just little snippets that you can give away for information, and then guide them to your sales page, checkout, and e-learning. So fabulous advice.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, guys. I think that I have tuckered y'all out. I could probably go another 3, 4, 5 hours, but you guys don't look like you can. So I'm gonna end it for tonight. Let me, Stacy, go ahead. I'll open it for one more question.
Okay, so because this is important, because we were talking about chatbots and we were so excited about it. So I just tested a couple of them. They open up in your Facebook and you see them.
Right.
The thing that concerns me, and I'm curious, unless I'm missing something, as they open up in my Facebook, I see a whole panel on the side where it's Chatty Builderall Chatbot, and there's a link to the Builderall's Facebook Chatbot page. There's a Builderall Chatbot templates page.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping that when this is actually on someone's Facebook, they're not seeing all that, because the Builderall logo's there, and it takes away from what we said in terms of keeping it as a separate private tool, white label tool we're using, because everything on here is actually leading out to Builderall.
Which one did you open, Stacy?
I opened several of them.
You need to update them.
Report.
Well, you need to have them on your page, and to modify them and have the links that you want to have. And
Right. You're gonna have to go in there and do some manual stuff.
You're just previewing it, Stacy. You're not actually downloading and uploading it. You're just previewing it, and that's what you're gonna see. The real thing doesn't have it all on there.
Yeah.
All
you
right,
have
I
to
just wanted to be sure.
download. You have to download and upload to your account. You're not
And then do
doing
the
only
flow.
the preview. Yeah,
And then
to
look
do
through
the flow,
Got
and then do the edit.
Okay, I just wanted to be sure. And I wanted to say something else too. I could be mistaken, but since I opened several of them, other than a few pre-provided images and a few things it says, technically you can almost go with any one of these because you're going to customize it anyway. So if you have your own picture, it's not like the ones that are for a particular niche are so deep that right. And then does this allow when people not only click on the links that are there, like see more or book more, but can people ask questions or say things, and based on keywords create a flow that allows the responses?
You can. There's some tips and tricks in there that you're gonna get with some advanced training. But you can actually create, this is really cool. You can create like secret codes. So you can like send out maybe an email that says, be sure to go to our chatbot and type in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that will trigger a separate flow that might have some secret stuff that nobody else can see unless they have that code.
Right.
So yeah, there's lots of tips and tricks in there. The chatbot is way bigger than what you think it is. It looks so simple on the surface.
That's amazing. Thank you.
There's so many neat things that you can do. So all I can say is dig in. There's some chatbot training that's out there that Wasili did, that I did, that somebody else
did.
It's
like $10. It's like $10. The Wasili's course. It's very cheap.
Yeah. Plus, he's got a lot that he's actually done for us already. There's a ton that he's actually done for us already. So get in there and dig in, because it's a very, very powerful tool. And also you can capture emails and send them into Mailing Boss. So seriously, lots of power in there. Okay.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. All right, guys. Oh, Tyree, go ahead.
Yeah, one more. I just heard you mention that Wasili has a course for $10.
Mm-hmm. He does.
What can I get that? I mean, where do we go to purchase that? Because
I don't think he's got I don't think he's got a public link to it. So just private message Wasili and say, hey, I'm interested in your chatbot course. How much is it, and can I get access to it?
Okay, because
I love it.
Like to do that before he actually wake up to reality, because Wasili.
I know, right?
So I'll message him tomorrow. Thank you.
I think it's 17.
Kenneth, go ahead.
How do I contact Vasily?
Just go into any of the Builderall Facebook groups and start typing in the name Wasili, Wassili, Wasili, and it will pop up.
W-I?
WASSILI.
ILI, Wasili. Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
You're so welcome. We'd love to hear from you for sure. Cindy, go ahead.
I know you're trying to wrap up, but we have a Fab Five, and it's really hard to even suggest or ask for anything else right now because, I mean, not raising the price and giving everything. But is there going to be a specialist, a number 6 that might do a web agency, be the web agency specialist? Uh-oh. Okay, never mind. I didn't answer. I think you just answered it.
But yeah, we're really excited about the sales funnels and the web agencies. Those are 2 areas that we want to hit really hard with you guys. So just be watching. Just be watching. Okay. All right, you guys, I'm going to wrap it up. If you don't have any more major questions, all the minor questions, hold off until we come back again on Tuesday. But thank you guys so much for being here tonight. I appreciate all of you guys. And this is the highlight of my week for sure, is to get to spend so much time with you guys and share what I know to help you guys get up and running. Just make sure that you go in there and look at all this new stuff. There's even more that we didn't even touch on. So maybe next week I'll do another Q&A just for all the other stuff that we didn't touch. But until then, you guys have an absolutely fabulous week. And don't forget to build something amazing in Builderall.
Thank you so much, Shelley. Thank you.
Bye,
so
guys.
much.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Sally.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Look, hey, they designed a platform for you all. What you want, what you need is Builderall. Build it up, we just answering your call. We're the one-stop shop if your back's against the wall. Yeah, you're a Builderall rock star. Hey, you can build it all, go hard. Sign up and you'll see we got it all. We're the one-stop shop if your back's against the wall. Look, if you're trying to build the name of your brand, came with a plan, get your name in demand. With Builderall, you can save your day in advance. Keep the apps automated so you barely need to glance. Listen, think of all the power that you hold. It's a new globe, everyone is grabbing for their phones. Imagine the control, build your passion on your own. And the more that you connect, the more attraction they will show. Not only a sales funnel, look, this is more advanced. This will help you compete, but have the upper hand. Keep your products in demand. It's all in one spot. You don't have to calculate and feel afraid with your thoughts. Automate your response. Drag and drop your site or click map your fans, see the pages they like, or use the video wrap or capture their sites. Design your own app from scratch, just how you like. Yeah, they designed a platform for you all. What you want, what you need is Builderall. Build it up, we just answering your call. We're the one-stop shop if your back's against the wall. Yeah, you're a Builderall rock star. Hey, you can build it all, go hard. Sign up and you'll see we got it all. We're the one-stop shop if your back's against the wall. Design with y'all in mind, let entrepreneurs shine. Tired of the 9 to 5, you starting your own grind, and it's alright. They got the tools you need. The connection they designed is truly unique. Never been able to express my views with ease. I move, release, double click, and ooh, I'm pleased. My clients as well, tired of the hoops and leaps. Too many things in the way of my truth and dreams. A Builderall rock star is what you really are. Tune in on the internet will make you a star. You don't need to study hard, all it takes is a start. Work every day and move higher till you way off chart. Stay on, never sleep on none of the apps. It's a free sign up just so you know in advance. Builderall's for the legends, nothing's holding you back. You got the tools and the plan, you can stay on track. Believe that. They designed a platform for you all. What you want, what you need is Builderall. Build it up, we just answering your call. We're the one-stop shop if your back's against the wall. Yeah, you're a Builderall rock star. Hey, you can build it all, go hard. Sign up and you'll see we got it all. We're the one-stop shop if your back's against the wall.